Alright, I think we can get started here. Okay. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. This will be interesting. Apologize for the impromptu nature of this one. I did not expect to start a run today and then see a massive update, so I figure, you know what, let's just go over that on stream and maybe try putting together a few runs with the new update here. So, to start, I'm actually not going to open up the game. I have it open just for kind of background noise here, but I'm actually going to close it. I'm going to share my screen, and let's go over the update in Steam here. Let's go through the patch 2 notes, and then from there we can actually get started with the run and see, just see how this feels, how this looks, how this goes. I've kind of read through most of this already, but I just kind of want to go through it actually together on stream, and then we can get started with the run. So this is pretty exciting, actually. Looking at some of the changes, some of this actually looks really, really good. So, okay. Post-launch patch 2 notes. We're very grateful for all your support of Hades 2 since our version 1.0 launch last fall, and all through our early access development before then. With that in mind, we're pleased to present our second post-launch patch, which includes some bonus content and quality of life improvements we've been working on. Now that bonus content, that sounds pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Definitely want to see what they got in store for us here. Okay, highlights. Faded prophecy updates. Prophecies about characters such as Odysseus and Arachne now have new narrated conclusion scenes, which can be viewed in the faded list once those prophecies are fulfilled. Now I'm curious if we're going to be able to get access to that right away. I would imagine so, but that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. Forever gifting. Most Crossroads characters can now be gifted bath salts, twin lures, or ambrosia indefinitely after forging a bond with them in various brief new scenes. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Because, yeah, once you've used up all that stuff and forged bonds, it's like there's not really much else. All the work that went into those beautiful character portraits, you don't get to see them again unless you start a new file. So that's pretty neat. I also don't think there's any other use for them outside of that, so it's kind of cool that you can actually make use of that. Going steady. Characters with whom Millennium can have non-platonic relationships may occasionally show interest in continuing to have such relations. What is going on with my screen? What? Stop it. My desktop is showing in the background and it shouldn't be. Okay, let me see if I can stabilize this a bit. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can maybe add a new capture here. Window capture. Let's try this one. There we go. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. You can see that, can't you? Yeah, I think so. Oh well. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, back to it. Okay, going steady. Characters with whom Millennium can have non-platonic relations may occasionally show interest in continuing to have such relations. That's kind of cool. I remember that from Hades 1, that, you know, after you'd forged a relationship with either Megara or Thanatos, occasionally they'd, want to connect with you again, let's say. So that's kind of cool that they're introducing that here too. New dialogue events. Many of the game's characters have new things to say at various points throughout the story. Cool. And look for dreamy new decorative items in the Crossroads training grounds, a new alternate form for each animal familiar, and additional surprises we hope you'll enjoy. That's pretty cool. Nice. Okay, I'm looking forward to that. Okay. Aspects of the Nocturnal Arms. Aspect of Artemis. Riposte effect now recharges faster between uses. Well, that's handy. That's actually the run I was going to record today. I'm not going to do it now, but okay, that's pretty cool. Aspect of Pan also works with dancing knives. That's the one where the knives, like your specials, ricochet between enemies, right? I think so. How would that work? Because if they're locked onto enemies in the cast, would it just bounce off the enemy and then like go right back onto it? Like that would actually be really powerful. I'll have to test that out. I'll have to see how that works. I'm assuming that's the hidden aspect. Just fair warning, there's going to be spoilers here because I am absolutely going to reveal some of these black boxes, but if you're watching my live streams, you probably expect spoilers. So Aspect of Hell, Omega attack now channels faster, now hits cocoons more reliably. I never really noticed that it wasn't hitting cocoons, so that's interesting. But the Omega attack channeling faster, I'll be honest, the Aspect of Hell, I never really focused on the Omega attack. I always focused on the Valkyrie mode. So, okay, that's interesting. I'll be honest, there's a few changes to some of the other aspects of the Nocturnal Arms I would have preferred to see, but I'm okay with what we have here. Would particularly like to maybe see some changes to maybe Aspect of Shiva, reducing maybe the magic cost to charge up the Omega special would be nice, or maybe changing Aspect of Malinui's Sister Blades to be a flat damage increase instead of percentage, but I'm sure they have their reasons for doing things the way they are. Okay, Boons and Blessings. This should be good. I just did a kind of cursory thing of this, and this looks like I might need to actually re-record some runs now, because it looks like they may not be viable anymore the way that I had them before. So we'll have to maybe do some new runs with the new updates here. Tidal Ring with Poseidon now hits multiple foes more reliably. You know, that's a cast I never really used very much, so I'm not sure how to feel about that one, but cool. If it's more reliable, won't complain about that. Seismic Servo, the Poseidon Hephaestus duo now applies its bonus to several additional boons. I wonder... Now, it doesn't go into depth about that. I'm curious what that means. My first thought is I wonder if it reduces the cooldown on certain effects, like how long it takes freeze and wounds to be reapplied. That might be a little bit broken. Maybe that's not the case, but that would be pretty cool if it was. But yeah, there's not really much other detail there. Snow Queen with Demeter, the barrier is no longer negated by attacks that deal no damage. Fantastic. I can't think of any examples of that, but I'm glad to hear that. Fire Away with Hestia, I believe that's her legendary. Now works with all casts, not just Hestia's. You know what, that's another boon I didn't really make a lot of use out of. So, you know, it still sounds good. Sword Ring from Ares has increased damage. That's cool. There's actually a Sword Ring build that I've been wanting to do with Coffin Nail that might be kind of fun. So if that's increasing the damage there, that's great. Grievous Blow from Ares. Increased power and rarity from Palms of Power. Okay. Grisly Gain. Increased chance of weapon strike spilling plasma. I think the common rarity one was 10% initially. Rarity and Palms now affect how much magic is restored by collecting plasma. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. I'd have to see what the new rarity is. If it's a significant increase, that's great. But I'll be honest, the amount of magic that it restored never really felt like the problem. I actually kind of like having it be a percent that you can increase, because then, yeah, things like success rate, if you palm it up enough, Grisly Gain having the increased chance and being able to increase that chance even higher, that kind of helps with the more plasma that drops, the more magic you're going to restore, which kind of feels like the point of that boon, as opposed to yeah, I don't think restoring more magic with less plasma is really the issue there. I'll have to see what the actual new percent chance is. If it's like a solid like 25-30%, awesome. If it's any less than that, then I'm not sure. Okay, Profuse Bleeding with Ares. Which one is that again? Is that the one where I think it's enemies with wounds have a chance to drop plasma when struck? I believe so. Could be wrong, but let's see. Reworked now creates a falling blade over a surrounding foe whenever you collect plasma or inflict wounds. Huh. Well, that would be good for a Coffin Nail build. Or what's that? Oh shoot, I can't remember the name of the boon, but it's the Apollo Ares duo where the falling blades have a chance to strike twice in a larger area. I always forget the name of it. But that with Coffin Nail and now Profuse Bleeding, that could be interesting. My first thought is Sword Ring with Meat Grinder. Inflict wounds and just rapidly deal damage, make enemies spill a bunch of plasma, and then gather it all up with Sanguinary Saver and Coffin Nail. Boom, hit them with a bunch of blades. Sanguinary Saver's been reworked too. Okay, now increases wounds damage. In addition to drawing in plasma automatically, adjusted offering requirements. Adjusted offering requirements. Interesting. Okay. Increases wounds damage. That has a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential there. Now, I do like the bonus attack speed that Sanguinary Saver gave initially because it was perfect for things like Aspect of Hell or Aspect of Thanatos. And it made those builds just ridiculously overpowered. But I can also see why maybe that's not as viable or valuable of a benefit universally. Sanguinary Saver is really good with a few aspects, but maybe not across the board. Whereas increasing wounds damage, that sounds good. That would be fantastic with things like an Artemis Liminoros build. Or, gosh, really anything that relies on the increased flat damage that wounds provides. I'm curious about those adjusted offering requirements, though. That is something I'm going to probably want to try today. Winner's Circle from Hermes now works more consistently with all cast effects, speeding up how quickly they deal damage then expire. Effect rescale to compensate. Okay. Speeding up how quickly casts deal damage then expire. So if let's say I had Arctic Ring, would Winner's Circle increase the rate of damage? That's interesting. I always kind of considered Winner's Circle to be a bit of a trade-off, where it's like you either have a cast that deals damage rapidly over time. If you take Winner's Circle, it expires faster and you can deploy it faster, which works great with things like Lucid Gain, but you don't get the added duration. It sounds like that's been reworked now. That's actually pretty cool. That makes me want to maybe re-record that Cersei build I just did. And then various other minor fixes and adjustments. Okay, all right. Cool, all right. Hexes and Path of Stars. Tribulation with Moonwater now activates your after you take damage effects multiple times in a row. Cool. Never really used a lot of Moonwater. Decline with Twilight Curse is reworked. Now increases direct damage from the projectile. Was Decline the one that increases the damage to Guardians? I can't remember. I don't know. But okay. All right. Nice. Resources and reagents. Resources obtained with gathering tools now offered more consistently. Cool. Minor changes to inventory descriptions of some resources. All right. Foes and dangers. Sorrow Spiller in the fields. Slightly reduced appearance rate. Okay. I'm not sure which one those are. And Charybdis in Thessaly. Fixed cases where this encounter would not initially occur for longer than expected. What? Fixed cases where this encounter would not initially occur for longer than expected. I'm not entirely sure I understand what that means, but okay. Tentacles no longer susceptible to morph. Aww. I want a bunch of sheep tentacles. Consistent with the Vow of Rivals encounter. Okay. If anything, I'd have done it the other way around. Make it so that the Vow of Rivals, you can morph the tentacles. That would be fun, but I understand why not. Level design and environments, various minor fixes and improvements to several locations. Cool, great. That's always good. Faded list of minor prophecies. This one is apparently pretty good too. Okay. Pretty big updates here. Updated several character-related prophecies with additional instructions as you make progress. Adjusted at which point some of these prophecies are foretold or fulfilled. Millennium help us increased priority of key events. The narrated epilogue scene can now be reviewed. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Silk and Spitefulness increased priority of key events. Added narrated conclusion. And it looks like we did that for Voice and Vanity, Haunted by the Past, Unfinished Business. That's cool. Narrated conclusions at the end of those. That's neat. I wonder if we're going to be able to review those, or if... Interesting. Okay. Soundest of Sleepers added a narrated conclusion. That must be the Hypnos one. Denier of Suitors and Original Virtues reduced requirements to fulfill. And Born to Win, increased priority of event in which Chaos introduces this. Okay, nice. And then it looks like there's a bunch of updates to art and visual effects. Updated some Fatalist artwork and added artwork for the character-related prophecies noted above. New banner animation fulfilling most of the character-related prophecies noted above. New greeting animation when you confront Infernal Cerberus after a certain point. Cool. Ambient animations for Hecate and Moros when standing in the crossroads. Animations for Selene when she greets or salutes in the crossroads. Nice. Added a portrait variant for Heracles for a particular context. Okay. I wonder what that's all about. Interesting. Okay. Updated some transition animations using the aspect of Supai. Okay. Visual effect bombing runs for Icarus. Mental block, Colossus dash, dashing heave. Some visual effects for the aspect of Circe, King Vermin. Updated Hecate sticker on her keepsake after forging a bond with her. Okay, I'll take a look at that one. Updated artwork where Kronos can appear in Erebus after the true ending. And other minor graphical fixes and improvements. Okay. Voice and narrative. Icarus is now less painstakingly reluctant when it comes to trying to forge a bond with him. Now, is that just in the voice lines or the actual, like, effort it takes to forge a bond with him? Because I think he was the last one I was able to do that with, because he was painstakingly reluctant to show up when I needed him to. Okay. I like how they noted, like, they didn't have to put painstakingly in there. They did that on purpose. They could have just said Icarus is now less reluctant, but yeah. Okay, characters in the Crossroads will now accept an initial gift of bath salts earlier than before. Nice. Key scene later in a relationship with Moros may now occur under less restrictive circumstances. Same thing with Nemesis. Cool. Moros may now appear in additional circumstances while Millennium returns to Shadow. Oh, interesting. Hecate has more to say about each hidden aspect of the Nocturnal Arms, among other things. Poseidon now becomes increasingly enthusiastic as C-Store activates more times. Okay, cool. The audience watching Scylla and the Sirens has new responses after a certain point. Interesting. Zagreus now has more to say about the support of Shade after a certain point. Cool. Heracles can somehow be persuaded to visit the feast of Dionysus after a certain point. Okay. Definitely going to try to make that happen. Millennium has new voice lines when choosing sacrifice boons. Cool. New voice lines for Lone Shade summoned by the aspect of Anubis. Millennium has more to say to the gigantic severed statue head in the Fields of Mourning. The what? Why do I not know what that is? Okay, cool. Has more things to say about the unlockable abandoned statue in the training grounds. Millennium now gives due credit if Tula vanquishes a guardian. Vanquishes a guardian. Oh, cool. Now comments when choosing keepsakes near the end of the prophecy Millennium help us. Now comments when choosing keepsakes near the end of the prophecy. Oh, I see. Because, yeah, you have to do a specific set of keepsakes for that. Cool, okay. Millennium may now comment when she can gift nectar to Echo if she has not already done so. Oh, okay. I like this. Just good, like, little quality of life improvements for this stuff. May comment with the new Chaos Trials are available at the Pitch Black Stone. Okay. Dora has more to say while in the Crossroads Training Grounds. Cool. Eris now has opinions about the decorative warning sign pointed to her, among other things. Nice. Okay. Odysseus now has more resources to give you at various points. Cool. Nemesis may lighten up a little in encounters after a certain point. They did not need to say that, but they did. That's great. Okay. Hecate and Odysseus may sometimes be chatting when no urgent matters require their attention. Cool. Morris and Odysseus may sometimes... Okay, and them as well. Narcissus and Echo may sometimes be chatting in the fields of morning after a certain point. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I want to see that. Hera won't act like she never met you if you reach the Palace of Zeus before you find her boon. Wait, what? Hera won't act like she never met you if you reach the Palace of Zeus before you find her boon? Shouldn't she? If you've never met her? Hera won't act like she never met you if you reach the Palace of Zeus before you find her boon. I feel like she should act that way if you haven't met her yet. I don't know. I'd have to... I am going to try to do a fresh file to credits run at some point, so I guess maybe I'll see what that's all about then. But yeah, that's going to be a little ways away. More characters now have voice lines when re-offering their blessings using Change of Fate. Okay. Adjusted priorities and requirements for various voice lines and narrative events. Other minor additions, fixes, changes, and improvements. Cool. Okay, and just a little bit left here. Updated sound effects for elephant rockets. Okay. Not a huge fan of those. Updated sound effect for collecting Gifts of Night. Added sound effect of Moonstone Axe hitting the ground after the full attack sequence. Cool. Okay. When setting the express route in Tartarus. Added volume. Okay, yeah. Zoom in. New. Set the camera a bit closer to the action. Recommended for smaller displays. Look for this in the accessibility menu. That's cool. Yeah, I always like when they have more accessibility settings. That's really nice. You may now skip most of the narrated Homer outcomes after a successful clear. He won't really mind. Are you sure? Because he was kind of upset about skipping some dialogue lines in the administrative chamber in Hades 1 during a certain particular flashback. Are you really sure he won't mind? You may now sort the archived trivia menu by animal familiar. Interesting. Okay. The Argent Skull Special now destroys trees and Erebus in one hit. Okay. Added reward preview icon when entering locations just before a region's guardian. Added reward preview icon when entering locations just before a region's guardian. I'm not sure I understand that, but I guess we'll find out. Added reward preview icon when entering locations just before a region's guardian. Is that not already what happens? Maybe there's something extra that I'm not understanding there. We'll see. Okay. Updated text if you just so happen to lose to Zagreus. Okay, yeah. Updated Path of Stars menu selection art to make unpicked upgrades easier to see. Path of Stars menu selection art to make unpicked upgrades easier to see. That never really felt like an issue to me, but I can see why it might be to some people. Updated seed planting menu to only show seeds. Selection now defaults to last chosen seed. Okay. That's kind of handy. I did feel like that menu is a little bit awkward to go through sometimes, especially when you've got all these things that you can't even plant. Updated inventory hints for several resources. More boons of Hestia will now ignite oil slicks in Thessaly. I'll be honest, I'm not really thrilled about that, but okay. Arachne now responds if you take a swing at her. Did she not do that already? I guess not. Okay. Added more festive atmosphere to the crossroads during the night after the true ending. Okay. Well, all right. Looks like we might not get to see that, but that's all right. Adjusted Book of Shadows entry for Persephone. Adjusted camera during Taverna sequences with Icarus to make him easier to see. Okay. Didn't really think he was very hard to see, but that's okay. Updated and fixes to translations in all languages. Nice. Very nice. Okay. And then a bunch of bug fixes. Let's see. Anything in particular here that's important? Fix a rare case. We could avoid finding Hades on the path to the true ending. Sometimes missed if you change direction during a dash strike. Doesn't... Oh, hold on. Fix lunar ray ending unexpectedly if Athena happened to arrive. Interesting. You could end up out of bounds with Wolf Howl? Cool, okay. I guess they fixed some of that, though. Let's see. Interaction between Arctic Ring and hostile environment. Huh, okay. Rapid Onslaught and Aspect to Morgan's Sister Blades. Pride of Poseidon regeneration being cancelled by Zeus arriving in the battle against Typhon. Okay. Person will not be repaid when expected. The Sloth Chaos Curse. Yeah, okay. For the most part... Yeah, mostly just minor bug fixes from what I can tell. A few maybe larger ones, but nothing outrageous. Hold on. Fixed golden boughs in the fields of morning, sometimes not showing Athena if she was present. Can Athena be present in the fields of morning if you don't take the Gorgon amulet? Is it supposed to show when she's present? That's interesting. Location restores unexpectedly appearing in the crossroads after a failed encounter with Nemesis. Song subtitles, contextual interaction with hot springs not being available right away. Unbuild the book of shadow being warping of Asphodel. Fixed region Zagreus remain tinted in. Okay. Talus sometimes throwing shields straight through walls. Okay, yep. Throwing rubbish where it cannot be reached. Not really a huge issue once you get the one that picks it all up, but fair enough. I didn't realize that was a random toss. I always thought it kind of landed in the same spot. Various Voidlands not playing several textures, minor other fixes. And the quote of the patch. Sleep, you are Lord of all, Lord of blessed gods and of mortal men, of every living thing the broad earth nurtures, for you alone are master of all. You do visit all, building their bodies with fetters unforged. The Orphic Hymns Anonymous. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, well that's exciting. I'm looking forward to this. So let's boot up the game. Let's actually do a couple runs and explore some of this. Sanguinary Saver and Winter Circle are two things that I definitely want to take a look at. I am going to just kind of switch my scenes over while I do this. So give me a quick second here. And let's get a run going and actually see what some of these updates are all about. Okay, I think we're good. Let me take a look here. It always takes a couple extra tries to actually get OBS to record my screen. I think I've got it down now, but I may need to do this a couple different ways here. So let's just try doing this a couple different times. There we go. Whoa, what did I just do? No, what did I actually just do there? Did I change something? I don't... Oh, I think I reset the... No, it's okay. We're good. All right, looks like the screen is displaying. So yeah, we're good. Let's try doing a couple runs and see what this update is all about. This looks really cool.
Wait,
oh.
What is that over there? It looks quite comfortable.
Examine the Dream Comforter? Okay, let's go take a look. Okay.
Why not? Is this a dream?
There's a timer in the corner.
Lord Hypnos?
Welcome! Oh, hi, I wanted to say thanks again for waking me up and all. I have a lot of catching up to do at work, but if not for you, I'd have way more.
Lord Hypnos, you're most welcome. I'm certain everything is better at the house now that you've finally returned. Wait, am I asleep? But now you're the one contacting me.
You bet. I kept on wondering, what can I do to pay Master's daughter back for what she did? Give her my gratitude? Already done. My affection? Worthless. And then I thought, I can make sure she gets a good night's rest.
That's rather generous of you, as I suppose I could use one. So, a good night's rest involves my psyche being in this unusual place, and what else exactly?
Well, I sure am glad you asked, because you are about to find out. It's what I call dream dives. Have you tried conquering your worst worries? Well, here you can. Eventually, but first, here's a handy brochure that'll tell you all about it.
All about dream dives.
Dream dives.
Nice brochure, huh?
Thanks to your generous support of Hypnos, you may now attempt Dream Dives, a breezy alternative to your regular nightly routine that will always keep you guessing. You'll battle through a series of 4 regions in a mixed-up order. Foes in subsequent regions will be tougher than the ones before. Clear regions to earn shiny stars for special rewards. Note, most resources will not appear. Also, you'll bring whichever loadout you have equipped in the training grounds into these dream dives so you can approach them however you like. Nice. One last thing, there is no time for chit-chat in the dream dives. You'll go straight to every choice or confrontation here. Good night. Okay, what is this? Oh, please don't. No, I don't want. Oh no, 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 no.
Of all the places Hypnos could have sent me to.
Oh, no, no, no. This is, this is the worst possible weapon I could want for this. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try redoing this with something literally anything other than Shiva.
What is that over there? It looks quite comfortable.
I don't really know how this is all gonna work, so here, let's just do something stupidly simple.
Which one?
Let's just pretend I'm setting up for an
Excellent
aspect of Millennium run and see how this goes.
Why not?
I did a Shiva run earlier, and I have problems with that
Is
weapon.
a dream?
Okay, let's give this a try.
Hi, I'm...
We'll just kind of
Hypno.
breeze through all
You
this.
That's
Well, I sure am.
all about...
Wait, is this going to keep our fear active as well?
Of all the places Hypnos could have sent me to.
I guess so. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oh, this is cool. Okay, I do want to try this, but let me actually properly set up for this. Yeah, let me properly set up for this, and then we'll actually give that an attempt. But before we jump into that, I actually do want to take a quick look at some of the other changes that have taken place. So, Ares is probably the one that went through the most changes. I know Poseidon went through a few, but I want to see how Ares' things have changed a bit here. So, 120 damage with Sword Ring. That's not bad at all. What else here? Profusely Grievous Bluff. Oh, yes, Grizzly Gain. 20% chance to spill plasma, which can restore magic, and the magic restored is now the thing that gets the benefit from the palm and the rarity. I'll be honest, I don't know how I feel about that. I think I prefer the ability to increase the chance of plasma more than the amount of magic that it restores. Because if you're doing something like a Sanguinary Savior or attack speed build, yeah, you want to get to 100% plasma as quickly as you can, so the higher the chance of dropping plasma, the better. I would hope that this is still susceptible to success rate, and it does look like that's a much higher chance. I know at common rarity, I think it was 10%. So, I mean, that's double the common rarity chance. But there's no way to really increase that now. I don't know if I like that, but I don't know. I'd have to give it a try to really find out. Profuse Bleeding. Whenever you inflict wounds or collect plasma, create a falling blade over a surrounding foe. Whenever you inflict wounds or collect plasma, you create a falling blade over a surrounding foe. It's only 30 damage, so it's not outrageous, but with how often you could be collecting plasma, you could probably do an entire build focused on that. especially if you do coffin nail. That's interesting. That's really interesting. If I'm not mistaken, the way that this used to work was that foes with wounds could drop plasma when struck. Which, yeah, to be honest, was probably not super helpful. I honestly can't think of a lot of opportunities where I've actually used profuse bleeding in the past. So this is not bad. I could see this actually being pretty solid. Now here's the question. Will it stack? If I collect 5 plasma at once, will it put 5 falling blades over the same foe if there's only one around me? Or do you have to expire the falling blade before another one appears? I don't know. I'd have to try it. What else was there? Was it Grievous Blow? Or Mutual Destruction? I can't remember. I think there was an upgrade to one of those. And Sanguinary Saver. Here we go. Whoa! Okay, your wounds you inflict wounds with greater power, and spilled plasma is drawn to you automatically. So the plasma is still drawn to you automatically. That's great. I'm glad they didn't get rid of that effect. I do like the increased attack speed that it had before, though. That worked exceptionally well with Aspect of Hell, and it looks like I'm going to have to re-record that run now, because it doesn't quite work the same way anymore. But I think that's really the only aspect where I really made use of the bonus attack speed, so that's not a huge loss. But inflicting 100 bonus wounds power, that's solid. So where that would be really helpful is Aspect of Malinui with the Sister Blades. That 100% backstab damage, if you can give that 100 flat damage increase, that's massive. That's huge. 150 technically, because wounds already inflicts plus 50. So this would make it 150 flat weapon damage increase when you first inflict wounds. Oh, I like how they actually added a little item card, like a text card there, to indicate what power means. An increase to the base amount of damage you inflict. Other bonuses multiply by this. That's important. If you don't understand that, if it's not explained to you and you don't understand that, you may not really get a full understanding. I'm glad they added that. I don't know if that was there before. But that's actually... I may need to reevaluate this boon and put together some runs with this, because that sounds really good. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. What was the other one? Cutting Edge, that's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, so I'm probably going to want to do a Coffin Nail Cutting Edge build at some point here. Especially now with the way that Profuse Bleeding works. I may want to factor that in. Okay, I like it. I like it. Let's set up for how we're gonna do this new dream trials. I can't remember what it's called here, and let's see what we can do with this. I'm honestly gonna just kind of make it really simple, and we'll rescind all the fear just to kind of experience it blind first, and then I'll see what this is all about. Let's see what Skelly's got to say.
What was that you were saying about your tenure just before, Commander?
Oh, nothing. Just that I have it now. Because some of my disciples, especially some of the newer ones, they have made inquiries into the terms of my servitude.
No insubordination toward the Commander shall be tolerated. Do you hear me, Shades?
You guys all heard that, right?
There were some updates to some of the other aspects as well, right? You know what? Let's check something here. Aspect of Artemis can be repulse. You're impervious for 1 second. Your next 9 strikes have plus 50% crit chance, and then your parry, prevent damage from most types of direct attacks, can be repeated after 10 seconds. Let's try something. Let's go Aspect of Artemis. Let's go Sword Hilt, and let's try to put together a run making use
Excellent
of
choice.
Vicious Strike and Sanguinary Saver. I do need to take a look, though, because it did say that the requirements had been reworked as well. So Vicious Strike and Flourish makes sense. Grizzly Gain, Visceral Impact, okay. Meat Grinder, Grievous Blow, Mutual Destruction, Blood Spree, Cut Above. I don't know how that's different. Sword Ring isn't on here at all. Okay. Well, let's try this. I guess I should set up my Arcana as well. Omega moves are faster. Yep, Unseen, sure. Probably not Knight. Let's just go the Huntress. Lovers, Excellence, I'm definitely going to want to have, so maybe instead of the Unseen, we'll go with that. Yeah, there's other boons that we can get there. Okay, let's try this. Let's see what this is all about.
Why not? Is this a dream?
Okay, and we'll just
Lord Hypnos.
cruise through the dialogue here one last time and see what this is actually
Well, I sure am.
all for here. Okay, Dream Dives. Let's see how this goes. This sounds fun, honestly. I'm glad they gave Hypnos a bit more of a role.
Of all the places Hypnos could have sent me to.
Wait a second. I have a Poppy? What's the Poppy? Oh, Region 1 of 4. Interesting, okay.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, alright. Well, let's go with, yeah, Vicious Strike. And while I'm at it, I'm going to mark this. Let's see if we can make full use of this. Let's see how this goes. It's kind of interesting that... Oh, whoa. Is it just me, or does this look a little bit different than it normally does? What?
First I've dreamt of Nemesis. Come on then. Healing.
Okay, all out of magic. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get a game boon pretty quick here.
Mother would be proud. I lost.
Okay, so pretty much all dialogue gets skipped by the looks of things. That's interesting. Oh, Wicked Onslaught. That's actually perfect for this build. That plus power. If we're going with bonus power for things like wounds and Sanguinary Saber, yeah, well, let's just lean into that.
They know I'm here.
Well, Fields of Mourning early on is actually kind of nice because you can get through these pretty quick. Let's try re-rolling one of these right now and see if we can get Ares again. Perfect. Okay, let's see if we can get this new Sanguinary Saber
Just try
boon and
and take
see
my
what
blood.
it's like here. Oh, hey. Youch. Okay, that thing, it does. It restores health. I'm not sure how. I don't know if it's when it hits me or...
Don't interrupt my sleep. Olympus, I accept
Okay.
this message.
Sword Ring, Blood Spree, Grievous Blow. Let's go Blood Spree. Why not? I don't think we'll need it, but it is a prerequisite. And let's pay Echo a visit. How's this gonna work in the dream?
Let's keep dreaming.
Huh.
Dreaming, keep dreaming, keep dreaming.
Huh. Okay, interesting. Let's go with Gift, actually. See if we can force Ares to appear again
Please take care.
and make more progress towards Sanguinary Saver. Ooh, you know what? I kind of want to take a look and see how Winter Circle might have changed. I don't actually know if it's going to be offered here, but we'll find out. I also don't know if we're really going to be able to make effective use of it with what we're doing right now.
That felt so real.
Racing Thoughts, Hard Target, Nimble Limbs. Okay, I'm going to go with Racing Thoughts. We can always get Winter Circle at another run. I'll probably do at least 2 runs today with this live stream, and then we'll... move on from there. But yeah, I'll maybe try a cast build or something after this, see if we can make use of Winter Circle.
Mourners.
Trying to get locked onto this thing. Quite go how I expected. That's good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah. Jeez. Well, I can safely say this is not what I expected when I went to go record a run today. Oh, there's some healing. Okay, let's just grab that. I am almost out of magic, so I'm going to need to get a gain boon here pretty quick. I don't know if I want Grizzly Gain or not. Well, I'm going to need Grizzly Gain for Sanguinary Saver, I think. Yeah, we can just get out. Ah! Oh, I see. That's what that icon means before facing a Guardian. So that's... Why do I feel like I've seen that before? I feel like I've seen those icons before, but I cannot for the life of me remember if they ever actually have shown up. Maybe that's just a bit of deja vu on my part. I don't know. But that, okay, that's a lot clearer now what that means. Cool.
I can count on you even
Ares.
in dream, Lord Charon.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Buying elements? Is that something you could do before? Is that exclusive to the dream dives, or is that new? If that's new, that's awesome. I cannot tell you how many times it's like, I need one more air element to trigger air quality, and there's nothing that I can do to grab it. That's cool if you can buy elements now. And they're cheap too, 20 gold coins? Yeah. Okay, I think I am going to need to get Grizzly Gain. Either that or Visceral Impact, and yeah, let's go for Grizzly Gain. Let's try a reroll here. After you take damage of... Well, I mean, we could do that. The Sanguinary Saver is basically going to give us... I gotta think in terms of what it does now. It's not going to increase our attack speed. Grizzly Gain will do that, but the like whatever plasma we get will do that, but Sanguinary Saver is not going to increase the bonus. So drawing it into you automatically isn't quite as important, because it's not like... You know what? I'll be honest. This would be more interesting. I don't know if it would be better, but it would be more interesting if the wounds bonus power was increased by a flat amount equal to how much plasma you have. So if you have 100 plasma, then it's 100 wounds bonus power. Now that wouldn't be as good as just giving you the 100 power, but it would synergize then with actually wanting to draw plasma and spill plasma. And you could maybe make it a higher bonus that way as well. Make it so that your wounds bonus power is +2 per plasma you have. So if you've got 100 plasma, your wounds bonus power is +200. But you need to build up that plasma before you get that bonus. That would be kind of a neat way to synergize with the actual plasma being drawn to you, as opposed to just a flat, here you go, 100 bonus power just out of nowhere. Then I'd be maybe more inclined to actually go for something like Grizzly Gain, because Visceral Impact I can take right now, and it's a prerequisite, and I don't really care whether or not I get the plasma, because I'm not focused on the attack speed. I just want that bonus power. But if I knew that I needed the plasma to get the bonus power, I'd be more inclined to take something like Grizzly Gain. I don't know, that would probably be a bad idea, but I'm going to take Visceral Impact just so that we can get the boon and see how that goes. Okay, here's where we get to see what this is all about. Oh, whoa! Hello indeed. That's fascinating. I'm going to try to do this in a way that triggers wounds with each of my attacks, wherever I can anyway, and not waste my magic. Let's get the riposte. There we go. Oh, ouch. Okay. We're good. I am not going to waste my magic on these little guys. Good. I just want to get the crit chance when I apply wounds if possible. There we go. Nice. And now we just gotta pummel away because I do not have nearly enough. I don't have any magic restoration. Maybe I should have taken the Unseen, but I feel like Excellence and the Fates was the better way to go. That's cool. Visage Vanquished. That's interesting.
I wonder what you dream of, boy.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Father's house.
What?
Sort of.
Okay. Hold on. First off, shiny stars, mostly used to flatter egos or for certain decorative flourishes. Earned whenever you vanquish guardians. During Dream Dive, successive guardians yield more. This is interesting. Okay.
Refreshing, even in a dream. Should I change things up?
Well, I can change my keepsake, and then I should get the sword hilt because of gift. It's interesting. I don't know what's coming up here. I don't know where we're going to end up. Okay, you know what? Let's take the fig leaf, just for fun.
Should work.
I don't know what to expect, so... Witch's Mark, tempting. Nah, we'll let it pass for now.
That looks like Hypnos.
Huh. It's kind of weird being in the House of Hades when it's all dark like this. Okay.
Let's see where we end up.
Ah, the summit, okay.
After the fields.
Interesting. Oh gosh, what's the Guardian gonna be like? Is he gonna be overly challenging, or is he gonna be manageable? Oh jeez. Yikes, okay. Get back here. There we go.
How like reality.
Let's check Ares first.
Just as hideous as in real life.
I think we have the prerequisites to get Sanguinary Saver. Oof. Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Oh, that is a stench. In the name
All
of
right, let's try to get this new Sanguinary Saver. Reroll.
Sure, why not?
One more. There it is. Okay, your wounds. You inflict wounds with 100 greater power, and plasma spilled is drawn to you automatically. That's interesting. So that, paired with the aspect of Artemis's crit chance, once you parry and riposte, that could be disgustingly good. Let's give this a try.
Higher up.
Ha! Okay. For sustenance, a boon of Hermes. I will take that extra healing. I'm a little bit taking a few too many hits. I'm not too worried about the rest.
Come, you monsters.
Jeez. Okay, yeah, just like our standard attack is already pretty disgusting. You know what? Let's go with Aphrodite. Maybe we can get something like Spiritual Affirmation or Shameless Attitude. That's interesting. And a little bit odd. I don't know if I like how that looks. It almost looks a little bit blurred in some ways. Okay, get the parry ready. There we go. There we go. 2, 3. Not quite. Okay. 2, 3. Gotcha. Nice. Yep. Getting that crit with the extra wounds damage is actually really... That is powerful. I could see this being really useful for a lot of builds. Which is nice. I mean, Sanguinary Saver, the way it was before, was really good with Aspect of Hell, Aspect of Thanatos, things that really benefited from the bonus attack speed. But you know, the bonus 100% attack speed you get from 100% Plasma after Grizzly Gain is good anyway. I don't really think you need to double the effect of it. The bonus wounds power is really nice, though. There's not a lot of ways you can get bonus power for your strikes, so that's a nice... I do like that change. That is not bad at all. I'm going to re-roll this. Let's see if we can get Spiritual Affirmation. Oh, you know what? Secret Crush. Done. More power. Okay, what do we got here? How's this gonna work? Oh. Okay, I don't know if this is just the Dream Trials, or if this is the Dream Dives, or if this is a new thing, but I like it. I really, really hope that this is something we can do in regular runs now, buying elements. That I like it. I really like that. Let's go for extra dose.
In the name of Hades.
There we go. Yep, done. And depending on what I have, I think that's my only common rarity boon. Yeah, I may rarefy that in the next region. Ooh, that looks creepy. Okay, I need to figure out how to do this in a way that's not going to waste... There we go. Yeah, kind of just have to do this every 3 hits kind of thing, or every 3 seconds. Let me get close. Let me get close. There we go. So that I can get the bonus crit chance with inflicting wounds. 2, 3, 1. Okay, well that's fine. Yeah, I definitely think he has less health than he normally does, which makes sense. It would be kind of broken if he didn't. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, no, never mind.
You never seem to learn a thing.
Even Zeus looks different. This is
Maybe
cool.
I must leave the rest to you.
Okay, I'm all out of magic, so I just gotta pummel away now. Okay, I don't have enough to... Yeah, okay, I can still charge that up. That's nice. So I'll still get the crit chance on their post, I just won't get the Omega attack anymore. That's okay. Ah, dang it. If I lose a Death Defiance here, I think that's okay. I doubt I'll lose 2. Go. Oof, oof. There we go. Gotcha.
Typhon yet lingers in my head. What's this?
Nice. Okay.
What
Oh.
even was that thing you killed? It's huge.
This is not what I expected. I was kind of expecting to go back to the House of Hades. Okay, alright. Let's go with the aromatic vial.
This isn't
There we go.
real.
Extra dose of heroic now. Breath of arrows, sure. There's a little disco ball in the corner.
I bid you farewell for now, Lord Hypnos. Change of pace after the summit, I suppose.
Where? What? Where am I? Oh, Rift of Thessaly. Okay, interesting. Ah!
Laboring even in my sleep.
Rough waters.
Okay.
Ought to be quick.
Not what I expected. Yeah, it's interesting how it just kind of skips all the dialogue and just goes straight into... Is there anyone left?
Let's see.
I do kind of like how this makes the best roguelike game even more roguelike. Yeah, randomized regions, that's cool. I have no idea how this is going to affect the Guardian encounters, and
It
if,
suddenly felt real enough.
like how much health they're going to have, how much damage they're going to do. I honestly feel like a Region 4 Eris would be absolutely horrifying, but I don't know.
New course needs to be set. Next vessel.
Daedalus, let's see what else we can get.
I'll take it from here.
Dancing Knife, Skulking Onslaught, Rapid Onslaught. You know what? Okay, I will go with Skulking Onslaught. That actually, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because we're not doing Aspect of Melinui, we're doing Aspect of Artemis. So the plus 150% damage striking foes from behind, plus the 150 damage that we do in inflicting wounds, that would be really, really good. So yeah, Skulking Onslaught.
Got that.
You know what? Floodgate might actually be really good here.
You'll soon sail back to hell.
That's pretty disturbing. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's less good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that bonus backstab damage is disturbingly good with this build. Okay, Wave Flourish, Break Rush, Ocean Swell. Reroll, let's go for Floodgate. Or not. Yeah, we don't really need anything else, let's try it. Okay, well that's unfortunate. Buried treasure. We need a gain boon.
The Black Flagship.
Maybe here's the gain? Nope. Lovely. Huh. Now I'm curious. While you have at least 8 earth elements, any of your damaging effects from Olympians are stronger. I could see things like the falling blades counting for that. Would wounds power also count? I don't think it does, but I actually don't know. I've never thought to try. But we don't really need Vicious Flourish or Sword Ring, so let's take that and find out. Let's see if we can make that active and see if it increases the damage, the bonus power of our wounds. I doubt it. That's not an Olympian effect. That's, well, is it? I don't know. I'm not really sure how you would describe that. How would you describe wounds? Is it an Olympian effect, or is it just a... Ah, nice. Okay, I was wondering. Okay, let's go for Flood Gain.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Flood Gain, there we go. Perfect. And we'll take Selene, why not?
Yes.
Lunar Twilight Curse, Phase Shift. Twilight Curse got a bit of a buff. Let's take Twilight Curse, see what that's like.
We shine.
See if it's made any changes.
Apparently, I like to dream of strife.
Okay. You're going to be a little bit stronger than you are normally, because you're now a Region 3 boss. Okay. Nice. Okay, that is some sexy damage. Oh, jeez. Wait for the wounds to expire. Now, there we go. Oh. Oh. Crazy. Oh, didn't get the backstab on that one. Wait for it. There we go. Missed. Oh, come on. Get behind her. Inflict wounds, please. Okay, there's some resistance. I can't really tell how much damage she's dealing because we haven't actually taken a hit from her yet, but there we go. Okay, one solid hit. Gotcha.
Ow. How about giving me a chance every time? You can't trouble me as you once did. What's that?
Nice.
Shiny.
Okay, where are we gonna end up now?
Is this the crossroads?
I feel like we're just going deeper and deeper into the dream state, like what we did when we first had to find Hypnos. Like everything's all like that kind of really
Exactly,
plain
feels
texture
nice.
kind of stuff that it was before. No music, just very... Yeah, this is cool. Okay. Could take the Blackened Fleece. That could really help. We're going into the last region, yeah? Yeah, let's do that. Let's take the Blackened Fleece. Bonus Omega move damage. Not gonna worry about the rest of those. Okay, let's do this.
I'm guessing Tartarus.
No.
Incorrect.
And interesting. How is this gonna work? Region 4, City of Aphira? Are all the chambers still gonna be boons and
Message for me.
major finds, or are they gonna be... Oh, this is interesting. Ooh, success rate. What am I thinking of here? Extra dose is 1. Visceral impact is another. Wait a sec. This persists. Whoa, this persists. We switched keepsakes and we got the basic effect of the sword hilt again. Oh, that's way more useful now than I ever realized. That's cool. Gift, gift, gift goes through multiple regions. Obviously only in the Dream Dives, because there's only one region after the Fields of Mourning normally. But if you get the Fields of Mourning early and you get gift, 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 then that means you can... That's cool. I think extra dose is the only thing that would get the benefit, and visceral impact. From success rate? Yeah, let's take it anyway. Oh, that's cool.
Afira's main square.
Okay, what do we got? Yeah, they're all major finds, and we've got Medea. I don't know how helpful Medea would actually be right now. Huh. Okay. Oh, I wonder if Artemis would show up. We're in the 4th region, but we're in the city of Afira. Well, we have Floodgate, so we can't get Grizzly Gain. I think I will take Medea, though. And then I'll take those resources, the Centaur Hearts and the Magic Vials. And then I don't really know what else we should go for. Maybe Aphrodite for Spiritual Affirmation. Maybe, you know what, let's go for Ares, though, see if we can get, what was it, Profuse Bleeding? And see if we can get that Falling Blade effect for the plasma that we collect. Maybe it'll... yeah. Let's start with Medea. Let's see how this actually goes.
Seawater?
Just go straight into it.
If not for Lady Medea.
Interesting. Okay, Wealth from the Dead. 13%. Oh, right. Bonus chance because of success rate. That's why. Okay, well, because of how late this is, Corrosion on Sight's probably the best. Whoa, hold on. After the foe joins the encounter, it loses 90% of any armor it has. I'm pretty sure that used to be 50%. I think that got buffed.
Dreams and curses intertwine.
90% of the armor. That's hefty. Okay, let's take a look. Let's grab Aphrodite first.
Hear me, on my authority.
Flood of Flourish, Rapture Ring, Passion Rush. Okay. You know what? Rapture Ring. Deploy our cast, have it kind of draw some foes in.
What?
Oh, Celine.
The path you face.
Okay, which was the one that got the buff? It might not be here. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing it. Now, it did say that there was a UI change where it's easier to see unselected perks. I will say it's a little bit... let's see. Yeah, that's pretty clear. It does kind of seem a little bit faint as to which ones you are able to select now. I don't know, maybe it was like that before. I do like how it kind of pulses, but... Okay. Alright, let's go see what Ares has for us. I'd like to see if we can get this Profuse Bleeding boon, see how that works now. Especially with the amount of plasma that we're actually collecting right now. Obviously it would be better if we had Grizzly Gain, but I'd be interested to see how this would work with the
In the name of Hades.
new boon. Carnal Pleasure, Vicious Flourish, Stabbing Rush. Okay, so we didn't get it, but I'll take Carnal Pleasure. That's not a bad thing. Not with what we got going on right now.
Coin for Charon.
Can't reroll anything, but that's okay. Okay, let's check the resources. I wonder if we'll be able to find Artemis in any of these regions. She might not show up, even if it is possible. I don't know if it is, though. I don't know if it bases it on where you find her, or what, how early in the run it is. I would assume it's, like, she shows up in the city of Ephira and Oceanus and Erebus, and that's it. But maybe not? I actually don't know.
Last one.
Lovely, lovely. Okay. Okay. Well, no Artemis, that's fine. We've got one pylon remaining. What do we want here? There's not really a lot else left for us to take. It's either Poseidon or Apollo. You know, let's go with Poseidon. Buried treasure or something, I don't know. We don't really need any more Apollo. Ah! I forgot about that. Doesn't really matter. Let's take Sea Star. Maybe we can get something in the shop that makes it worth it. I don't know. Sea Star gained a level. Well, that's pointless now. Spiritual affirmation. There we go. Okay, let's see how Polyphemus does as a rank 4 boss.
We both sleep well.
Whew, that's some hefty damage. Phase me. Thank you. There we go. Yep, one more. Oof, okay, that was a good resist. There it is. Nice. One. Two. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now. Ah, okay, too early. It's fine. There's that. Okay. Is it just me, or is he a little bit faster as well? I don't know. Well, his projectiles sure seem to be. Ah, okay. Jeepers. Two, three. There we go. Got it. I want to make sure that we're inflicting wounds with each of our crits and our Omega moves. Ideally getting the backstab as well. There we go. Nice. Good hit. Youch. Okay. That's okay. Alright. That was not a backstab. Yeah, he hits hard, and I do think his projectiles are a lot faster. Ready, 1, 2. Okay, wait for the wounds to expire, and ready, now. Oh, didn't get him. It feels like he's got a lot more health than I expected as well. For some reason, this last chunk has taken a lot to get down. Wait for for the wounds to expire. No, got him.
How is it that you're sleeping even here?
You did it!
Cool. Cool. Nice. Okay, yeah, this is fun. I like it. And I gotta say, yeah, the new Sanguinary Saver, not bad. Not bad. The fact that the plasma is still drawn to you automatically is cool. I'm glad they kept that. That's great. Plus 100 wounds bonus power. There's a lot of potential here. Enough to make me actually maybe want to consider trying another Aspect of Millennium Liminoros build. Because that was the thing that that was the build that I was most frustrated with. Because there wasn't a lot of ways to increase your flat damage. There was wounds, but only 50 is not a ton. The other one being Wicked Onslaught and Secret Crush. And then I guess Slow Cooker. But with Sanguinary Saver, adding an extra 100 damage to your base weapon damage when inflicting wounds means that the percent-based increase of the backstab for Aspect of Millennium Liminoros would actually be really, really good. If you can do it right, that would be really good. I mean, yeah, Aspect of Artemis is still, in my opinion, just better because it gives you the 50% crit chance after you parry under post. It gives you a damage shield, basically. The Omega attack speed as well is really good. And there's other ways you can get percent-based increases, like Skulking Onslaught, where you don't need it to be an aspect. So it's still, don't get me wrong, I still have problems with that aspect. But Sanguinary Saver, with the way it is now, does make that better. Now, I do think that this is still kind of... I don't know if they're going to workshop this a little bit, but it would be kind of cool if the wounds power, bonus power that you got was based on the amount of plasma that you had, but maybe offered a slightly higher bonus, like +2 power per plasma. That would be kind of cool, because then it does synergize nicely with the other effect of drawing the plasma into you automatically. I mean, the original Sanguinary Saver gave you bonus attack speed based on your plasma bonuses. It would be nice if wounds granted you inflicted wounds with greater power based on your plasma bonuses too. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that would actually not be good. I don't know. I really don't know. But I am not displeased with the changes.
All right.
I think that is pretty cool.
From dream to waking now.
You'll have a good night's rest for sure after all that.
Back to reality.
Prophecy foretold. Okay.
A dream-fused shrine of sorts now sits quite comfortably in the training grounds, as if to ask the hard-working princess, have you been getting enough sleep?
I'll sleep when I want. Perhaps now.
Nice. Okay. I like it. That was fun.
Awake. You see that thing we got in here? It's a dream comforter. Warm, soft, top-of-the-line materials. Soon as you lie down, boom, you'll pass right out. So I've heard.
I never thought of our training grounds as being suitable for relaxation. Though I suppose a calm and steady mind is just as vital as physical preparedness.
That's right. So if you want to doze off, I say go for it. You earned it. My disciples and I would be honored to stand watch. It's what we do anyway.
And I appreciate you all.
Okay, well, let's actually do a bit of a run through the crossroads now, since I'm guessing there's probably going to be quite a bit to see that we have not yet come across. How did I not... Wait, what? I know I had more seeds planted. Oh, I like this, though. Oh, this is way cleaner. Instead of having, like, a whole bunch of things to plant that you have to go through to figure out what to plant, it's just, here's all your seeds, and that's it. Yeah, that makes navigating this menu a lot easier. That's a nice change. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. I do kind of wish it could you could sort your seeds based on your quantity. So it's like it would show like the first one is like you have 6 of this seed, and then you have 4 of this seed, and then rather than maybe not. I don't know. It would be nice if you could sort them is all.
Lord Hermes?
maybe an optional thing. Oh, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Hi.
What can I say? It's been a real pleasure, Heck. Always has. Cheers for taking me into the fold and all, and I'll be keeping you informed. You've got my guarantee?
And you've my gratitude, Hermes. If not for you, we would have been entirely caught out, and things would have gone worse. Shall you be visiting more frequently henceforth?
I don't think I can just yet. Pop doesn't want me running off so much. The family's got a lot of messages they want to send, but I'll keep well in touch with you and Em, all right?
Of course. Then hurry back.
Okay. Something tells me I should take a look at this. Yep, there's something. What is it?
This worked for Icarus last time.
Ha! Ha! Restore Icarus to his living form quite briefly and only during a full moon. Huh. Okay, I am glad that we get to concoct that again, though. Is that all there is? Yeah, it looks like it. That's cool. That's cool. I wonder, are there
Just go with the flow.
any new
What's it gonna be?
decorations? Doesn't look like it. And it doesn't look like Dora's got anything to say.
Back to the abyss.
Hello, friends.
Yeah, not seeing any new decorations. That's alright. I am...
What's good?
Okay, let's take a look.
You know, back when I was just getting started, I didn't appreciate you placing some wretched curse on me. I might have settled things with Kronos even sooner.
And why would I have wanted that? Also, thanks for reminding me. I almost forgot I could just curse you every night. That might work even better than the rail.
No, please don't.
If you so much as dare, I shall pluck every feather from your wings, one by one by...
Oops.
All right, relax.
And we could now gift her some stuff. I'll think about that. Maybe not right now. Icarus isn't here. Dang it. I would rather have a bath with him. Okay. Cool. Alright. Oh, Nem's here. With Artemis. Oh, hi.
And how's Callisto doing? Everything all right with her? Still frolicking around the woods up there, or what?
Oh, she's been fine. Plenty of nymphs and beasts to keep her company. She knows that my assignment is long-term and I can't be in touch by Boone. Though you're all right?
More or less. Plenty to do around here lately, though I don't get to do it all. But making sure I'm getting my fair share.
You haven't changed a bit. I'll see you, Nem.
Yeah, see you too.
Something for me?
Lately I've been spending pretty much all my cards on Psyche here because they're the thing that I can exchange for the greatest amount of kudos for the equivalent of the resource directed here. Oh, interesting. Okay. For the longest time, moly kept being marked as a needed resource, and I could not figure out what it was for, and I just hadn't been getting rid of any moly, and now it's saying it's not needed, so that might have been a bug. Kind of glad they fixed that, because that was driving me crazy. I'm like, what the heck do I still need moly for? I've spent everything I can on everything. But it looks like that's been patched up now, so that's nice. Okay, I'm probably going to do one last run. Oh, we have some more decorations, too.
Here's the latest.
Oh. A hypnotic dais. Oh, and that's what we can use the stars for. Cool. Effigy's hypnotic. Haunted bench. Hypnotic rug. Poppy flower bed. Surrounding the dream comforter. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Nice. And I heard there's a new... Ooh. And that's another thing we can use the stars for. Draconic. That's pretty cool looking. What about
For a
Tula?
makeover?
Chaotic. Nice. Hecuba? Grekin? Nice. I do like that, actually. That's pretty cool. How about Golly? Moon Touched. Nice. Oh, I like that. That looks pretty cool. What about Rocky? Phoenix. Phoenix. I'm taking it.
Show me your passion.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Good evening, little raven.
Oh, I like that. I like that. It's just more stuff. Like, this game was already jam-packed, and they're just adding more to it. Like, this is cool. Any new Chaos Trials? No, it doesn't look like it. I didn't expect that, but that would have been cool too. Okay, so what do we want to do? Let's do one last run, and let's maybe do a surface run. And you know what? I kind of want to try. I kind of want to do another Ares build, and I want to see how this profuse bleeding works. And I want to see if maybe we can do a coffin nail build with this. Let me take a look here. So we'll go coffin nail, and let's go for cutting edge as well.
Jot it down.
So profuse bleeding, sword ring, stabbing rush, cut above. Sword ring, stabbing rush, cut above, profuse bleeding. Yeah, okay. I wonder what would be the most effective way to actually do this. Here's a question. What is... Huh. Sword ring is not a prerequisite for this. Vicious strike and flourish is. Let me take a look at one more thing here. Whenever you inflict wounds or collect plasma, create a falling blade. Interesting. Okay. So my thought would be vicious strike, profuse bleeding. Oh, profuse bleeding is not... The only thing I would really need Sanguinary Savior for is to draw the plasma into me automatically. But I'm looking around, and there's not really... There's really only a handful of boons that are necessary for that. Maybe just Grizzly Gain Profuse Bleeding. That might be the better way to go. And then I would just need something that can rapidly hit. Doesn't even matter how much damage it does, because I'm going to focus more on the Falling Blades. Now, Sword Ring, I think, would be a good way to go as well. I'd like to do that. How do I want to do this? I need to think about this for a sec. I also need to take a quick 2-minute break, so I'm gonna just kind of contemplate how I want to do this build. I'm gonna take a short break. I'll be right back, and then we'll do one last run for the day to close this off. So give me 2 minutes, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I have an idea. I think I know what I want to do. I need to double check how some of this stuff works, though. Strikes with your weapon have a chance to spill, so that wouldn't... Okay, well, I was thinking that maybe I could do a Cersei build, and maybe I still will. You know what, maybe I still will. But instead of focusing on Profuse Bleeding, I'm going to focus on Sword Ring, because Sword Ring also got a buff with this latest update, and the blades do a lot more damage. So if I do a Cersei Sword Ring Winter Circle build with Cut Above and Coffin Nail, that could be a lot of fun. So let's try that. Let's go Cersei.
The aspects of the nocturnal arms.
And let's go with Hecuba. I know we just gave Rocky a makeover here, but that is so cool. I love that. But yeah, we're going to go with Hecuba. And yeah, you know, we'll make it this a 24 Fear surface run. Let's see how this goes. Sorceress, yep, moves are fast. I don't know if we need the Omega moves being faster, but we definitely want the Furies. Might as well go with the Messenger, actually, instead of the Sorceress. Let's see, the Lovers, Death, the Boatmen. We could go for Excellence, and then try to still go for Sanguinary Saver with Profuse Bleeding as well. But the only problem with that is we're not doing a lot of damage with our weapon with this build. I mean, maybe it would still work anyway. I don't know. At the same time, we don't really need to worry about the Unseen. Because you don't really need to do your Omega cast to get the Sword Ring bonus, you just need to deploy your cast. Let's stick with Excellence anyway, just for fun. We'll go with the Sword Hilt. Try to get Sword Ring right off the bat. Okay. We'll go Rivals 3, Turn, Fangs, Menace, Debt, Time, 2, and Scars. That should be good. Okay, 24 Fear Surface with Cersei and Hecuba, let's go.
With the grace of the moon.
Let's give this a try. But it looks like I've got some work to do. I'm going to have to revise some of the builds that I've done before.
Each and every battle is a pleasure to behold, my hellborn kin.
Okay, reroll, go for Sword Ring. Really? Come on now. I could take Stabbing Rush instead. No, I want to go Sword Ring. There we go. Perfect. Rarify that. Epic Rarity Sword Ring, 200 damage. That's fantastic. Well, that is some pretty hefty damage. That is actually really nice. And we could still go with Frizzigate. Oh, I just noticed the Psychic Tether is different too. That's a different color. That's neat. Okay, Hermes is going to be important here. I want to see if we can get Winter Circle. I do like that we got Apollo. That's great. And Hephaestus. Oh, perfect. Okay, we've got... And Demeter, too. We could do Hostile Environment. I almost have too much here. Medea, Daedalus, Hermes, Hephaestus, Apollo, Ares, and Demeter. I almost have too much to go for. Okay, I gotta evaluate this. Hold on. Coffin Nail needs any Hephaestus main. Cutting Edge requires any Apollo main. So I could go with Lucid Gain and maybe Volcanic Strike or Flourish. Doesn't really matter which one. What does Universal or Hostile Environment need? Any Demeter main. Okay. Omega casts is stronger and follows you even as you start to channel it. Let me make sure I know how Sword Ring actually works here. Your cast creates a falling blade over each foe in the binding circle. If that follows me, would that actually work? I would assume so. Like if I walk into an enemy with Sword Ring, with Hostile Environment, would that work? I would assume so.
Need a quick overview.
You know what? We don't need Daedalus. So I could go with Medea, Hermes, Hephaestus, Apollo, Demeter, and then Ares.
And sorceress.
Sword ring doesn't work on those, I guess. Okay.
Seeing as you have considerable expertise with curses, Lady Medea, I was wondering if I could ask about a curse that has been troubling a companion of mine.
Oh?
Certainly not. Unless you think that it may be a curse that I administered myself. A curse of any quality is not to be discussed, unless, of course, you are great Hecate herself. The rest of us ought never to dare.
But are you certain? The curse I have in mind may not be quite as bad as you presume.
So too may it be worse than you presume. If you respect my expertise with curses, then respect my position on the subject, sorceress. I shall never bear the curses of others.
Enfeebling the cowards, traces of spirit wealth from the dead. Cowards.
As you desire.
Kind of wish we could have gotten corrosion on site, because I want to see if that actually got buffed, or if that was just because we were in the 4th region of a dream dive. I'll have to keep an eye on that for next time. Okay, let's go with Hephaestus. Hello.
Look who decided to show her shining face again. You want to earn some extra coin? Have I the opportunity for you? Stand clear. Who dies first?
Love to get Supernova. Probably don't really need it if we're going for hostile environment, although maybe that's actually all the more reason why we do need it. Yep, it looks like it affects them as they go into the binding circle, so that's good. Because there was an enemy that spawned right in the circle, and that triggered the effect.
Thought I was due to catch a break once all the fighting and whatnot had simmered down, but no. The fighting must go on. Which, come to think, is no surprise. I mean, it's hot. We find a way.
Volcanic Strike, Tough Gain, Heavy Metal. Volcanic Strike, that's good.
Fine work as always.
Oh, hello.
I'd given you no thought at all while you were gone. Otherwise, I would have figured you had given up.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that, except I hadn't given you much thought lately either. Is there anyone you do regularly think about?
I think mainly of the bodies I've crushed beneath my club and feet. You're welcome to join them at any point.
No, thank you. That's all right.
Till next we meet.
I do want to know exactly how we can convince him to join Dionysus's feast, or if we've maybe missed that opportunity at this point. Let's try to get Winter Circle.
Come on. Shades, you're free.
I want to see how Winter Circle is actually going to work with this new buff to the boon. Ah!
Good girl, Hecuba.
Choose again for the Ambrosia Rem. Not been much time for it, though my professional associate and I managed to share a bottle recently. Short break mind, but just what I needed.
Racing Thoughts and Balloons Nitro Boost, reroll. Winter Circle. Okay, you channel your Mega Cast faster, and your casts deal damage and expire faster. So that's new. So it's a smaller bonus for sure. 50% now. I think it's... I'm pretty sure at common rarity it was 100%, and at epic it was 150. So yeah, it's definitely a significantly lower speed, but casts deal damage and expire faster. That is new. I'm not sure I like it, because personally I've always considered that a trade-off. If I have a cast that deals damage over time, I know that taking Winter Circle is going to reduce the amount of damage it deals. But having the option to have my casts expire almost immediately is excellent when you do builds with things like Lucid Gain. So I know that's a trade-off if I'm taking this. And now it feels like it's trying to hit a middle ground, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel like I'd rather have the faster expiration. Now here's the thing, that cast speed, is it actually how we channel it, or is that also how fast it expires? I don't know.
Should head back out.
Yeah, no, that's very much an adjustment to how fast it expires as well. I'm less thrilled about that. I would rather the casts expire instantly, especially for things like Sword Ring, where it only deals damage once to each enemy in the circle. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. And you know what? I'm sure that as these builds get tested by other players, like there's going to be feedback brought forward, and you know, Supergiant will kind of workshop this stuff. I'm sure they've done a lot of testing themselves as well. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if there's later patches that kind of maybe adjust and rebalance and tweak some things. Supergiant's usually very good about listening to player feedback, so yeah.
I'm impressed our fathers reached an agreement about Kronos, and certainly did not expect they'd send him to the Isles of the Blessed. Best spotted all the underworld, so I hear. May he keep it that way.
Nova Flourish, yep, I can take that. That works.
Apollo's light.
Oh shoot, I meant to take Lucid Gain. It doesn't matter, I'm not really using my Omega attack. Or Omega Special, at least not. Omega Cast, jeez. At least not yet. Although I might if I get Hostile Environment. I might still be able to get Lucid Gain though. Mystery Boon, I will take that because anything we get will be helpful. Anything we get will potentially offer a duo boon with Ares. Okay, 2 pylons remaining. Let's take Demeter, and then we'll take Ares. And whichever duo we get with that would be fine. Assuming we do get a duo, we might not. But I'm willing to spend a reroll or 2 for that.
Just a couple of these left.
Yeah, I really meant to take Lucid Gain with Apollo. Maybe we can force him after. Oh, really? I cannot believe that hit me. There we go.
Oh, that hurt.
I must admit that mortal kind unduly suffered in all this. So many prayers for reprieve left unheeded. But what else ought we to have done? Even the fates themselves could not step in. Dared not, perhaps.
Frigid... hold on. Is that not a prerequisite? I thought it was. I just hadn't marked it. There we go. Frigid Rush.
Better.
Blade Rush would have been nice, but I do want to see if we can get Hostile Environment. Nice.
One left.
Good, okay.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Cutting Edge. Falling Blades from Ares drop 1 time in succession and deal damage in a larger area. I will take that. And again, I will buy whatever boon is in the shop, because anything will help.
What's going on?
Hephaestus? Let's see.
We used to get our boons to you this way, all secret-like, but now we're thinking mayhap there's just something to you getting a surprise. Who doesn't like those? Besides me.
We'll try one reroll.
Let's see how this goes.
Coffin Nail. Look at that. We got both Coffin Nail and Cutting Edge And we haven't even left the city of Ephira. That's great. So Falling Blades from Marius immediately fall and deal more damage. Nice. Nice.
Slow down. Hey, where you been? My sheep started getting all restless here these past couple of nights. Guess they've gotten used to having you around.
That's very considerate of them. Though I had other business to take care of, else I would have paid them a visit. Could you arrange for me to meet them, but not you?
Nah. My sheep and I are what you call a package deal. The kind of deal I figured you wouldn't pass up for too long.
Yeah, I feel like if Winner's Circle expired faster, I would prefer that. Because with how fast the blades are falling, I need to have some way of reapplying them as quickly as possible. And the extra time it takes for the cast to expire, even with Winner's Circle now, actually hurts this build. I don't know, maybe it's in the sake of balance, but for something like this, I feel like I'd rather... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Return to Shadow now.
Oh, cold. For me.
It is I.
Hostile environment. Tropical cyclone. Let's try one reroll for hostile environment. If we can get it right now. No. Okay. Well, I'll take tropical cyclone. That's fine.
Yes.
It's something. It's not worth rerolling for it too many times. Not this early. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with Apollo. See if I can get Supernova, and see if I can get Lucid Gain.
The photon.
And then maybe on the summit we can take the Barley Sheaf and try to get Hostile Environment if we don't get it somewhere else along the way.
Now onward to the rift.
And yeah, I would like to see if I can maybe get cut above as well, because that would help with our Omega attack, our Omega cast as well. Just provide another source of blades, falling blades. But that's only if I can get Lucid Gain, because otherwise I'm not really going to have a source of magic restoration.
In the name of Hades.
And there it is, but I would prefer Supernova, so I'm going to rarefy that one, and we can always go for Lucid Gain after. Because yeah, we don't strictly need Lucid Gain unless we are going for Hostile Environment. But until we get that, there's no point in stressing over it. Beauty.
Ensnared.
Beauty.
Quick drink.
Okay. Who's left? Just you? Yeah. I do kind of like how Winner's Circle synergizes a little bit better with Supernova now, rather than just expiring before you get any of the effect, really. But I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Okay, let's go for Hostile Environment or Cut Above. Either one of those would be fine. Ooh, hello.
Here, Icarus. In the name of Hades.
Hostile environment. I will take it.
Hey.
Cut above can come later. Let's take hostile environment now.
I could have sworn I saw the hero Heracles the other night, launching himself from one ship to the next, crushing deathless sailors with his club. I flew well clear of him.
You probably saw true. Olympus has him fighting back the Titan's legions and his fleet. We've worked together on occasion, but he's kept me at arm's length.
You worked with Heracles? Oh, if only I could meet him for myself sometime. But I don't even know what I would say. Hey, I'm like everybody else who thinks you're great.
Hazard boom. That's probably a terrible idea. Explosive intent, maybe. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Cheers.
Now, I really do need to get Lucid Gain now. But at least now our Omega casts follow us. If we walk into foes with that, we should be able to trigger Falling Blades to appear on any enemies we run into. At least in theory.
There you are. Why, if it isn't prim and proper Hecuba there by your side. I've yet to meet a hound so poised. Our Lady Hecate permitted you to travel side by side.
Looks like Hecuba remembers you as well, madam. Have you always had such a strong connection to beasts? Or did Headmistress help you learn?
Oh, both. If not for my innate affinity, perchance I would have been unworthy of Our Lady's teachings. And you, in turn, have clearly earned her deepest trust.
Black Knight Banishment, Prime. Let's see. Only drawn an active vow and remove. Let's try this and maybe see if we can get the Unseen.
Now off with you.
Thank you.
The Sorceress. Okay, you know what? That's actually good. That makes our Omega moves charge up 30% faster. Perfect. Okay, so let's try this. Yeah, now we basically just run into foes with our Omega casts. And we can hit pretty much everything on the field with our sword blades. But without Lucid Gain, this might be a little bit tricky to fully make use of, at least for sustained builds. If we can get a pull here. Hope so. Oh, that's Demeter. I don't think we need Demeter though, do we?
To these meetings, haven't we? Though, is there anything else I can do, my lord, besides providing all the gold and the occasional chat? Sounds like a no.
Yeah, I don't think we really need Demeter anymore since we do have Hostile Environment.
It's the nightly special. So maybe I can't kill you, Trouble, but I sure can try.
I wonder what happens if I walk in and then out and then in again. Would I do the Falling Blades multiple times or just once? I don't know. I also need to be a little bit careful though, because I don't have all the magic in the world to be spending on this. That was not good. Oh, close one. Got her. Nice.
Do this to me, babe. Much better.
Okay. Not bad, not bad. Well, I can't take the harmonic photon again, or the sword hilt, so we just kind of have to roll with it here. We don't need any more Hephaestus or Demeter. Let me take a look at something here. No, okay. I could go with the concave stone. No, that's not really helpful. No, I need an Apollo boon and an Ares boon, but not necessarily two of either of them. Yeah, just for fun, we could go with Metallic Droplet, but until we get Lucid Gain, I don't want to be spending too much on our Omega casts. I just thought of something. I don't have any common rarity boons. I don't have a single common rarity boon. Interesting. Okay. Knuckle bones. Let's make it easy. Yeah, let's go with Hermes, sure. Slam. This is where running into them with hostile environments actually real handy, because they're all spread out like this. I can still get the falling blades to trigger on them. That's nice, yeah. Just deploy the Omega Cast and get out of the way. Quick buck. Demeter, we don't need. The palm we could go for. Yeah. Beauty. Oh, that's really good. I know I missed a Revenant in the bottom left there. I'll go get that. And it's done. Yeah. Sword ring. There we go. Lovely. Max life. Nice. Yeah, no, it does. If you kind of leave the field and then hit them again, it does look like it hits with the swords, the falling blades, multiple times. That's cool. Oh, hello. In the name of Zeus. I don't think I've ever heard you say that before.
I'm pleased to know your family in the underworld is safe, as well as Nyx and those who served the House of Hades. For all our troubles here, at least we were not divided. More than usual.
Has the aspect of Zeus' shield she's holding always been blinking? I don't recall.
Kronos took his wrath out on my father, but my mother and the rest were imprisoned in an instant, frozen in time. They awakened with no knowledge of this whole ordeal.
Perhaps they are the most fortunate ones in all this, though we shall have to be patient with their many questions. My Aegis is yours.
Stalwart stand, defensive posture, divine dash. I would kind of like mental block. You know, it's worth one reroll to try to get.
What suits your strategy?
There we go. Let's do that. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Okay, I'm gonna reroll, see if we can get either Ares or Apollo. One more. Okay, let's see if we can get cut above.
Back in one piece, Talos?
Oh! Youch, that hurt. Got him.
Olympus, I accept this message. See that, Homer?
No cut above. Do I want to... Yeah, let's reroll for it.
Let's try this again.
There we go, cut above. Omega Moose cause a falling blade to appear over each foe struck, but use +5 magic for 150 damage. If that stacks up with Sword Ring, that would be fantastic. Oh, yeah. Okay, I desperately want Lucid Gain now. Melting Swipe, Wicked Thrasher, it doesn't really matter.
I grow strong.
Let's go pay Dionysus a visit.
What is up? Now then, what sort of nymph are you? Oh, wait, Mel, baby, I know you. Just how long has it been?
Certainly it's been some nights to have induced a lapse of memory. How have you fared, along with all your guests?
Oh, we've been good as grapes here, yeah? Each night's a journey through the mind. Here, think on one of these.
Happy Haze, Bounce Back, Drunken Stupor. Ooh, Drunken Stupor would work. Omega moves inflict hangover the first time they strike foes. Why not? Let's do that.
Done and done.
Alright, let's check the shop. Maybe we can find Apollo.
I have this.
I don't know. Apparently not. Snow Queen, maybe? Yeah, we could do Snow Queen, sure. Apparently Snow Queen got a buff as well, where it no longer wears off against attacks that deal no damage, although I'm actually not sure what those would be. Maybe Twilight Curse and the Hecate fight? I'm not really sure. What attacks are there that deal no damage? Let's just Sword Ring all of you. Yep. There we go. Nice, nice, nice.
All right.
Okay, one last shop. Hopefully we can get Lucid Gain. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, worth seeing what we can get. Maybe, well, Ah, sure. Meat Grinder.
Blood and darkness.
I actually think I'd rather take Supernova. Yeah. Alright, let's see how this goes.
It's you.
Seeing as you know all about the coming age, any interesting details you can share about what's in store?
The world shall be a very different place, in ways you cannot possibly conceive. In other ways, nothing shall change at all, even regress. We shall all be forgotten, then remembered, and forgotten, again, and again, and again. Whatever it takes.
Interesting. I forgot that Meat Grinder follows you as well. Yeah, it's not just the Omega cast that follows you with hostile environment, it's all the damaging effects it does as well. I completely missed middle, top, I think? Yep. I was not paying attention. Low on magic now, so we just gotta use the standard casts, but that's okay. Should still be plenty. Ooh, okay. Good thing for the lovers. Yeesh, ouch. You know, Hakiba, if you had a spirit bubble show up sometime soon, that'd be great. Top, middle, bottom, top, middle. Top, middle, bottom, top, middle. Oh, ah, 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 ah. Ah, 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 ah. Oh, shoot. Ah, it's okay. That's still only our first death. Okay, let's not be dumb about it. There we go. Oh, we did get some magic back because of that Death Defiance. That's handy. Oops. Oops. Ah, okay. I'm not terribly concerned, but yikes. Quite. Quite. Almost. Almost. That's right. Go right into the sword ring. Got him. Alright.
Curse these old wounds of mine. I once was stronger than this.
Bye, Itos.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about this Winter Circle change. With making it last longer, but make the casts deal damage faster, it makes cast builds that only deal damage once, like Sword Ring, less viable. Yeah, I don't know. I do think there are some good applications for it, but I preferred the really quick, almost immediate cast expiration. Well, we'll see just kind of how things go from here. Let's see, what do we want? I don't know. I don't actually know if the Blackened Fleece is a good idea or not, but we're going to take it. Oh, that reminds me, there's one other thing I wanted to check out once we're done here. I want to see what the sticker is for the silver wheel now that we forged a bond with Hecate. Apparently that got a bit of an artwork upgrade. I'm curious what that looks like now. Nice. No, we don't need Hephaestus.
Next floor.
Kind of sad we haven't had Apollo show up more than once. We forced him with the photon, and he showed up once in Thefira, and that was it. Everyone else has shown up a bunch, but not Apollo. But am I really surprised Apollo hates me? We all know this. I mean, this build is still doing just fine, but magic consumption is a bit of a problem.
I think not.
Sword Ring, absolutely, yeah. Let's buff that up. Quick. Oh! Hi, okay. You know what? I'll take the risk on the mystery boon. Maybe it ends up being Apollo.
some coins.
That's a beefy boy. We don't need Daedalus. We don't need Demeter either, though. I'll take Daedalus just to get it out of the way.
Time for the tail. There you are.
That's right. Keep following me. The more you go in and out of those casts, the more my sword ring will hit you. Got any spirit bubbles for me, Hecuba? That'd be lovely. Done.
Just his tail. One of them.
I really don't care. I am not focusing on my attacks or specials at all with this build. This is a cast build. Let's see. Well, I see Apollo. Let's check the mystery bin first. Also Apollo. Perfect. Lucid Gain. There we go. That's all I needed. Oh, you have something to say.
It's getting busier for me again, Em, so I'll likely need to keep these little conversations nice and quick.
Of course, Lord Hermes. I don't expect you to take time out of your schedule just for my sake. Do as you must.
I always do, but I did want to tell you cheers again for coming all this way, not just tonight, but when I asked you in the first place, way back when. See you when you stop by, alright? Briefly, but still.
See you.
Okay, you know what? Let's see if we can get Prominence Flare. Now that we have Lucid Gain and Sword Ring. There it is. Perfect. Now when we do this... Yeah. Okay, so that does not follow us. Interesting. Meat Grinder does, Prominence Flare doesn't. But yeah, now with Lucid Gain, we can use our Omega cast every time, and every time it expires, we'll just restore everything we use. This should be an easy fight.
Come on out!
Nice.
Have you not had enough of this, Typhon?
Finally.
Quickly now, attack!
That's it? Okay. Oh, ouch. Yikes! Yikes! Ha! dumb. We'll be fine. Yikes. Okay, let's... Oh, shoot. Oh, that was stupid. Aw. I wanted to see how much damage we did with our falling blades. Oh, that was terrible. That was stupid. Okay. That's a disappointing end. Shoot.
Alright. You know the drill.
Okay, well, I'm liking this. I like the updates. There's quite a few things I do like. I really do like the changes to Sanguinary Saver. I think that makes it a much more viable boon to use for a multitude of different aspects rather than just one or two. I like the damage buff of Sword Ring. Not sure if I like the changes to Winter Circle. I think I'd prefer it if the casts expired faster. I don't necessarily care if the casts deal damage faster. I know that's a trade-off that I'm accepting when I take Winter Circle. But for builds like Solar Ring or Sword Ring, I want my casts to expire as quickly as possible so I can redeploy them and get the damage triggering again. Yeah, I guess Winter Circle would be more useful for things like Storm Ring or Arctic Ring, maybe. But it kind of kills some other builds. I did not have a chance to really look at the changes to Profuse Bleeding. That I could almost actually see being good with a Thanatos build. With the bonus attack speed of Thanatos. Vicious Strike, Profuse Bleeding, and then go for... maybe go for Sanguinary Saver, but go for Coffin Nail. Yeah, or sorry, no, Grisly Gain, not Vicious Strike, but Grisly Gain and Vicious Strike, I guess, as well, with Profuse Bleeding. And then go for Coffin Nail and, the boon that I just had and always forget the name of. That could potentially work. The only problem with that is that the blade damage is really, really small with Profuse Bleeding now. It's only 30, so it's not massive. But with how rapidly you'd be collecting plasma, if every single time it produces a blade, it wouldn't be bad. It's a matter of whether or not the blade has to fall before a second one can appear, or if they'll just constantly appear. But then that is where things like Coffin Nail really come in handy, because yes, it's only 30 damage, but Coffin Nail increases the damage by 25, so it'd be 55 damage. And then if you take Cutting Edge, that's what it's called. Yeah. I might want to try that. I'm gonna maybe consider trying a Profuse Bleeding run with Coffin Nail and Cutting Edge at some point in the near future here. I don't have enough time to do that today, though. Well, let's see. Do I? You know, I actually might. I might be able to try that.
You encountered the return of latent memories on that Shade companion who yet haunts your residence. You were certain she desired this, and was prepared to face the truth.
I had seldom seen Dora want for something more, and she has a strong spirit. Wait, were you aware of her past?
I held to my suspicions, but 'twas not for me to speak of it. The complications between gods and mortals started long ago, and now cannot be easily untangled, if at all.
Am I supposed to just accept that my relatives may have been so careless or cruel with all these beings who look up to them? Perhaps Prometheus is right about us gods.
Prometheus makes sweeping condemnations. Live long enough, Melinwe, and you too shall make decisions you regret. Dora certainly has. Some of your relatives surely have as well. All we can do is learn, and move on if we can.
You said some of my relatives. You think others may be more like Dora was, oblivious to the mistakes of the past?
I think they could not dwell on it, especially of late, with harder lessons from the past taking precedence. Perhaps at some point you shall help your relatives make peace with all of this, when they are ready to face their own truth.
Would it be foolish and naive for me to try?
It would be foolish and naive for me to say so.
Okay, well...
Ordering this?
You know what, I'm thinking about it. I've got enough time. I'm gonna try one last run with Thanatos and try a profuse bleeding run. I think that could actually... I think that could be fun. Can I... Okay, let's find out.
For you.
I'd love a visit to the springs with you again. Shall we?
I want to see what this is like.
Just right.
Oh?
Could stay here all night.
Being here, it's like I don't even have a care in the world. It was good to take a break and chat a bit, so cheers.
Nice. I like that. So it's just a... For one, you can actually review that beautiful portrait artwork again, and just kind of spend some time with your loved ones, but also, that gives you a way to pass whiles as well here in the Crossroads. That's nice. I like that. That's a nice little addition. Moros and Odysseus have something to say.
To be direct with you, Master Odysseus, I am what you might call an admirer. At first, I found you extraordinarily frustrating. So adept were you at avoiding certain doom. But gradually, perhaps grudgingly, I grew very impressed.
Oh, I'm flattered and relieved to hear it. Very kind of you to let me know, particularly after all this time.
It's quite humorous, in fact. While you drew breath, I never once had opportunity to tell you.
Quite humorous indeed, my lord. I intended no offense by avoiding you. You know that, of course. A mortal impulse whilst in mortal peril.
Oh, you were a wonder to behold. There were the Lystragonian giants, Charybdis, and, lest we forget, the War of Ilium.
I never do.
Moros is fanboying over Odysseus.
Kronos.
Alright. Okay, well, you know what? Yeah, I think I've got time. I just realized I completely forgot. We need to take a look at this. Oh! Aha! Okay, I'm gonna want to take a look at these. Not right now, but the fact that we can listen to these, narrated conclusions to these prophecies, that's pretty cool. And we have a new one. The daughter of the god of the dead shall earn at least 30 shiny stars from dream dives and spend them on new decor in the Crossroads training grounds. Cool. Alright. Okay, you know what? I've got just enough time. We're gonna do one last run. Let's try this. Let's go Aspect of Thanatos for the bonus attack speed. And I'm gonna try...
And then I say, oh, hold up, somebody's here.
Well, let me think. Hold on. Aspect of Pan is a thought as well.
Show me what you can
Aspect
do.
of Hell gives the bonus attack speed in Valkyrie mode, but honestly, Thanatos gives a higher attack speed bonus. Although, granted, it's slower to begin with, but yeah. Okay, yeah, let's just do Thanatos.
You see the pattern clearly now, don't you? 6 nocturnal arms, 4 aspects of each, and 2 ways out of here.
There are patterns everywhere, but the ones you're referring to, I can't say I've observed. What does it signify?
What does it signify? Come on, I'd say it's pretty obvious by now. You really need me to spell it out?
I can figure it out.
That's what I thought.
Alright, okay, let's try this. Okay, I'm gonna go with Grizzly Gain.
Excellent choice.
And Profuse Bleeding. And I'm gonna try to get both Coffin Nail and, Cutting Edge and see how that works. I'm still gonna do this on the surface, I think, for the simple reason that I don't know... Yeah, we need a lot of boons. Trying this on the surface, I think, would be the most sensible. Trying it in Erebus, we're not going to get all we need.
This is my path.
Perhaps we need some sort of rally cry tonight, my kin. Would kill them all suffice?
For the Fates.
Let's try it one more time.
Unfinished business here.
That is why I'm doing this in Ephira, though, is just because we get a lot of different offerings for what Olympians can show up. Grizzly Gain, I'll take it. I did not set up my Arcana, but that's okay. We don't need Demeter. I'll take the palm.
Strength of the gods.
Honestly, Luminoros maybe would have been a better choice just because of the natural attack speed. It's so fast. Still no Hephaestus, still no Apollo.
What else?
Nah. Okay. You know what? Let's switch to Luminoros and we'll try it that way instead. I'm going to go Aspect of Pan, though. That's probably going to be the most reliable way to actually inflict
Form suits you tonight.
rapid hits. Yeah.
This is fate. For the family.
And try this one last time. If it doesn't give us what we're looking for, I'm just going to roll with it anyway and see if I can force Apollo or Hephaestus to appear in the Rift of Thessaly. Certainly not what I want, but I don't want to waste too much time either. Yeah, the bonus attack speed with Luminoros, I think, is actually probably the better way to go. If we can get Nimble Limbs, that would be even more helpful. Yeah, 20%'s not ideal. It's okay. It could be better, though.
Since you spoke the Oath of the Unseen, so then I guess we're in for it, right, Em? The others might not know what's going on. It's just another eerie night. But you do what you have to do. Nights will be done and all.
Let's see. Nimble Limbs, perfect. Okay, now let's take a look.
Let's see.
Okay, do I just keep getting offered the same Olympians? Because I re-rolled the Fates, but that's the second or third time now I've seen Aphrodite and Hestia. That's kind of irritating. Okay, well, we got Medea, we got Daedalus, and we got Ares. That's a good start. We can go for maybe the Centaur Hearts for Artemis, maybe, hopefully. Could try to get Universal Donor with Hera. I don't know if that actually makes a difference, though. Let me try re-rolling one of these. There we go, another Ares Spoon. That's worth it. I should have started with Medea. But okay, now we can get Profuse Bleeding and maybe Visceral Impact as well. Or maybe Vicious Strike. And then we can get, yeah, a couple different ways of getting
Olympus, I accept this message.
Profuse Bleeding. I will absolutely take that at a high rarity. So oh wow, so at common rarity it's 30. I'm guessing rare is 50, epic is 70, and heroic is 90. So it's plus 20 damage per rarity. I would have thought maybe it would have been plus 10. That's better than I thought. Okay. Okay, let's see how this works. When I collect plasma, it's only against one enemy at a time, it looks like, but that's the end of the world. Can't see what's going on. Okay, interesting, interesting. I don't mind it. Okay, let's go pay Medea a visit now.
Great Hecate, I send you praise. None of it isn't you. Greetings. You noted traces of the greater threats we face remain. How fare your efforts to dispel them all? Do tell if there is more that I could do.
Oh, I'd say it's coming along. Thank you for the curses. I don't know how close we are to completion. I'm still unaccustomed to tasks where urgency isn't of the utmost importance.
Impatience, haste, urgency. They're mostly mortal impulses, I think. A steady hand and bided time. Now that is the province of the divine. I remain forever at your service, sorceress.
Harm for the afflicted, enfeeblement of cowards suffering on sight. Enfeeblement of cowards.
So it shall be.
Thanks.
Okay, let's check this other airy spoon. And I can get down there, thank you. I may actually try going for Sanguinary Saber after all. If I can get everything I need for it. I can't tell if I'm causing multiple blades to appear, just one. Oh, it does look like multiples. Okay, so they do stack. That's actually really good then. That's actually really good if they stack. Okay, let me take a look here. What do I need? Grizzly Gain, Meat Grinder, Vicious Strike, Grievous Blow, Mutual... Okay, so I still need quite a few other things here if I was going to go for this. I will mark it. You know, Cut Above would work. Especially if I'm using Pan. Yeah, that actually could be really good. We'll take Cut Above.
Should head to the main square.
Let's see if I can... Yeah. Okay, I gotta take a look. I know we've got Daedalus and a Centaur Heart, and we can maybe reroll one more. Tell you what, I'm gonna reroll that Selene boon. Try for another Apollo, or try for another Ares. Perfect, lovely. That should give us everything we need as the prerequisites for Sanguinary Saber. Even if it won't give it to us right away, at least we'll have the prereqs for it. Okay, this is where Cut Above is actually really good.
For me.
Oh, shoot. I think I... No, yeah, 2 pylons remaining. Never mind. No, I didn't mess that up. We're good. For some reason, I thought I was down to 1.
You shades are getting out of there.
I did not mess this up. No, you don't. Oh, if I could drag all that plasma in automatically, that would be great. I don't know what the range is for what they call nearby foes to the plasma, but it looks like it's fairly decent. Ooh, you know, between Sure Shot Flurry or Sudden Flurry, they're both good, but Sure Shot Flurry actually could be really helpful with this, because now we can just pummel away on a single enemy without needing to even deploy our casts and get that bonus plasma for each of those rapid hits. Plus the damage from cut above as well. I do think I may need to go for success rate at some point though, because that 20% chance just feels a little bit too low.
Good.
Okay, one last chamber. We'll go for Ares. We'll try to go for, I guess, Vicious Strike. We got to go for that or Vicious Flourish, one of the two, if we want to get the prerequisites for Sanguinary Saber. And I'm not really worried about the wounds as much as I am just being able to drag all that plasma in automatically. Because, yeah, that will help with a Falling Blade build. We can get everything else we need. Running a little bit low on time because I don't actually have a lot of sources of damage outside of the Falling Blades. But okay, this should hopefully fix that a little bit. Vicious Strike, I will take it. Done. Okay, and now we've got the prereqs we need for Sanguinary Saber. If we're lucky, we can get it fairly early. And then we can start going for Cutting Edge and
Thank the fates.
Coffin Nail. And we've got a Mystery Boon. It's worth the risk.
From me to you.
Hestia, okay, not what I wanted.
You could tell this was my boon from all the heat must have been wafted from the parcel there. Surprised it didn't burn right up.
Now Hestia has a boon that I always actually forget about. Right, your casts destroy many foes' range shots and inflict scorch on the attacking foes. So apparently the buff that this gets now is it's not just Hestia's cast. What am I looking for here? 4th degree, there we go. Fireball effects from Hestia inflict wounds with even greater power. That's... I feel like that's... I don't know how I feel about that. You know what? Let's go with Flame Flourish. Being able to inflict Scorch will help. Just get a little bit of extra damage. We're not doing damage fast enough right now, and we don't have everything we need right now to really make this build strong yet. We'll get there. I definitely need to go for Racing Thoughts or something though, or Sudden Flurry, because this is too slow as it is right now. Of course it is. I don't have the Sorceress, because I didn't set my Arcana again. I have neither the Unsorceress or the Unseen, although with Grizzly Gain and Sanguinary Saber I don't think we'll need to worry about the Unseen. But the Sorceress would definitely be helpful right now. Magic. Whoa, okay. Oh gosh, oh jeez, terrible. Got it. Okay.
Return to shadow now.
Nap time.
Okay. Well, let's see.
try a different one.
What's more important, coffin nail or cutting edge? I'd say probably coffin nail. They fall immediately and deal 25 more damage, or they fall twice. So right now they're doing 90 damage. 90 plus 25 is 115. Or I could have them hit twice, and then it's 180. I think cutting edge is more important. Yeah, I think cutting edge. I obviously want to go for both, but let's go with the photon. Mystery boon from an Olympian. That's risky, because we already have Hestia. But I think it's worth the risk, because if it's... Okay, if it's Apollo or Ares, that helps. If we're really lucky, it gives us Hephaestus too. I'm not going to count on that, but... If we're unlucky, it'll give us something like Aphrodite or something, and then we do need to force Hephaestus in the summit to get the 5th Olympian that we would need. But if we're lucky, it'll either be Ares or Apollo, and then we can maybe get cutting edge.
Sailing on.
Harmonic photon, perfect. Use that right now.
And I composed, do we call it Time Belongs to Us? Came up with it when our hope of overcoming Kronos was starting to slip. But my knack for prophecy told me we had to hold on.
I didn't mark any of the prerequisites. Cutting edge. Blinding rush. That's fine, yep. I would have preferred blade rush, but you know, it's fine. Hi.
This ship's a mess, but let me go ahead and swab the deck, if you'll stand clear.
I just realized, what? Oh, will anvil ring work for coffin nail? I hope so. Okay, so I just gotta remember to keep my cast free for Hephaestus. Right, and there's other Hestia boons now that trigger the flame pools here. Other than just the fireballs. I'm assuming our scorch effects trigger that as well now? I don't know. That was it, huh? Yep, okay.
In all your travels back and forth from Mount Olympus, have you ever seen a young man with wings soaring over the waters, dropping explosives to disrupt the Titan's fleets?
The son of the artificer Daedalus. Those are not real wings, and he's a shade now. He and his father both. What of him?
Well, it's just that he's quite an admirer of yours, apparently. He'd give anything to meet you at some point. I thought perhaps I could facilitate an introduction.
Huh, that feels new.
Not interested in admirers, especially ones whose drowned corpses I had to bury. He's better off with the idea of me. On to the next.
Okay. Is it just me, or do those clouds of despair slow you down even further? I don't remember them slowing you down quite so much. We do not need Aphrodite. Let's just take the money.
Need to get off this ship.
Okay, 3 more encounters before we get that mystery boon. little bit too slow right now. We need to pick up the pace somehow. Okay, let's just get the Centaur Heart. Kinda sad we haven't come across any other boons since the Harmonic Photon triggered. I was hoping we'd find at least one. I guess we technically saw Aphrodite, but that's a new Olympian, not one we already have.
Foes eliminated.
Oh, come on now. Actually, I do want to take a look at this. I want to see if we can palm Profuse Bleeding. We can. Interesting. We can palm Profuse Bleeding. Interesting that the palms only give it plus 10 damage, but the rarity gives plus 20. Okay. Alright.
What's good here?
Mystery boon. I'll take it. Won't get it until after all this. Oh, come on, really? Give me something here. Grizzly Gain? Alright. Ouch. Okay, what do we got? Oh, really? Come on now.
You underworld gods are more than welcome on Olympus here when we're not at war. But Alta Eris, her antics ruined one too many feasts, and now she flaps about our borders, mocking us and making matters worse.
Floodgate, Ocean Swell, Buried Treasure, Buried Treasure.
There.
Behold.
I do not want Ocean Swell or Floodgate. Oh, wait. What? Hold on. But we have Hestia, Ares, Apollo, Poseidon. I guess this had to have shown up before we collected the mystery boon. Okay, I'll take it. Would have been great if the mystery boon could have contained Hephaestus, or Ares, or Apollo, or literally anyone except for who we got. At this rate, I would have even taken Hestia. Can't say I'm thrilled with how much there is to put together for this build.
Close to home. Blasted shame about Prometheus, but then I reckon if Dad chained me up and had an eagle chew me liver every day, I'd be mad too.
Okay, I want to make sure I know what's going on here. I think I need Anvil Ring. Yeah. I could take Tough Gain, but then I get rid of Grizzly Gain. That's no. We need
Let's do it.
Anvil Ring. There it is. Perfect. Okay.
Better.
So now we've got the prerequisites for both Coffin Nail and Cutting Edge. We've already got Profuse Bleeding. Oh, come on. Quit giving me the Olympians I don't need. Now we basically just need Ares, Ares, Ares.
Trouble.
Get duos and Sanguinary Saber and we're good.
Mine too.
Will that actually happen? I have no idea. It is nice that every time we collect plasma, it stacks another blade above a target, regardless of whether or not there's one already up there. They do stack. That's nice. I'm a little bit nervous, though, because we might get offered Rude Awakening. in place of either Coffin Nail or Cutting Edge if we take Apollo or Hephaestus. Won't happen if we take Ares, but we also need to make sure we get Sanguinary Saver. The likelihood we're going to get 3 Ares spoons to finish up this build is pretty slim. Ah. You guys suck. Heresy couldn't have shown up just a tiny bit earlier. No? Okay. Ah. That was rough. Oh, stop. Come on, get back here. Ah! Oh, only so much I can do here. Oh, come on, really? You landed and then immediately flew away as soon as I dropped my cast. Okay, alright. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, let's see. Cutting Edge, perfect, let's take it. There we go, that's all we need from Apollo. Now it's just Hephaestus and Ares.
This way.
I'm going to take the Adamant Shard, see if we can get Coffin Nail right now. And hopefully we can come across Ares in like a mini-boss chamber or something like that and get Sanguinary Savior there.
Stay where you are.
Oh. Adamant Shard will actually show up again. I'm going to take Ares now.
Raiders.
And then I'll still get another chance to get Hephaestus after this chamber.
Lord Zeus.
But if we can get Sanguinary Saver... There it is. There it is. Sanguinary Saver. Okay, the inflicting wounds with greater power is great, but more importantly is that the plasma is drawn to us automatically. And we will see if we can get Coffin Nail right here. Come on, get back here. There we go. Yeah, no, those falling blades are actually... That's solid now. I am not fond of the reduced chance of getting plasma, though. I wish I could buff that. Yes!
And myself, can you, would you? Mayhap he got the looks, but I got all the personality, didn't I, brother?
I grant you that we lack the same behavior patterns, Hephaestus. But if there is to be such competition between us, then perhaps Aphrodite herself could be the judge. If you are open to the possibility, of course.
Coffin Nail. Falling blades from Ares fall immediately and deal more damage. So that, with Sanguinary Saver, Grisly Gain, profuse bleeding, and cutting edge. This should be a decent... This should be a decent falling blade build, but I'm not sure how this is actually going to work. We'll find out. I think I need to get another source of plasma, because right now all I have is Grizzly Gain. And maybe I should get Visceral Impact as well. I think I'm also going to want to go for success rate, because that will help with getting Grizzly Gain up to a higher chance of dropping plasma. Let's see, Reaper Knives, Trick Knives, Rapid Onslaught. The bonus attack speed I think would be the way to go. Yeah, we'll do that. And there's Hermes, maybe we can go for success rate right now. All things considered, this update isn't bad. It's... yeah, I don't necessarily like everything about it, but... let's see, success rate, come on. Really? Nothing? Ah, shoot. Tall order, alright. We've got 8 Earth, so that's fine. Use the fountain. Let's try to get Visceral... yeah, Visceral Impact. Let's see if we can get the extra source of plasma. Yeah, because we're not dropping enough plasma to really make this effective. It's doing okay. And arm is broken. There we go. I mean, I am seeing quite a bit of damage from those falling blades. It is not insignificant, but it's not as reliable as I'd like to be either. Okay, we need more plasma. Visceral Impact. There we go. After you take damage or foe is slain, spill plasma, sometimes twice. Shields. There we go. Well, and we do create a bit of a chain reaction in groups like this as well, because as we kill them, they drop plasma, and then we just collect it, and it drops the blades, and it all flies to us automatically. Like, I haven't thrown an attack in a while now. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. Jeez. Okay, yeah, no, that's actually not bad. I don't mind that at all. Ah, missed. Okay. And it is also caused by inflicting wounds, so that is kind of nice. Jeez. Jeez! Yeah, and we're already up to 100% plasma now. Nice.
You alright?
I had a passing chance to mention you to Heracles. Unfortunately, he's not keen on meeting anyone unless he's out to kill them for the gods, but he seemed to know of you.
What? How could he possibly... He's the famous one. You sure he didn't mention Daedalus instead of me?
He mentioned Daedalus too because apparently he saw your final moments when you fell. I think, from what he said, he dove into the sea to find your body, to bury you.
To bury me? But I always wondered how I got here. As my memory is murky then. But I was buried by great Heracles himself. Incredible. Tell him I said cheers, eh?
Okay. Attack boon gains +3 levels, but you prime 35. You know what? Actually, hold on. Upgrade a random hammer. If that was to hit Wicked Onslaught, or Rapid Onslaught, I should say, that might help. Let's try it. Rapid Onslaught upgraded. Wait, what? I'm sorry, hold on. 30%? 30? What? It's normally 35%. But rank 2 makes it 30%? I think that's a bug. I may try to report that and just let them know, like, hey, that didn't work. I don't know. That's... Maybe that's a typo? It feels pretty fast. But maybe... One thing's for sure, I'm almost certain that is not intended.
One more chamber.
That's a lot of falling blades. Okay. Let's not get hit by all the... okay, that was unfortunate. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to be able to clear this run, just because I'm not sure how safe it actually is going to be, especially against Prometheus and Asterius. I almost said Asterius. Prometheus and Heracles.
Now.
You know what? Some armor from Hephaestus could be good.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Security system. Let's do it.
Such strength.
I knew it. You have questions for me about a great many things. I shall not answer them, not yet. The words must first escape your lips, for one.
How about I save my breath instead? You won't know what I'm going to say if I never say it.
Yet your heart, if not your eyes and ears, suggest to you that I am not the liar that your mind believes me to be. We stand in opposition nonetheless.
Okay. For the most part, I'm going to need to keep my distance, but also inflict wounds whenever I can to get those extra falling blades. Daze chance is helping for sure. Uh-oh. Shoot, close one. Ah. Okay. Top. Middle. Top, middle. Good. Let's see if I can bring Heracles down a little faster. I don't really want to have to be dealing with him while dealing with Prometheus as well. I'll deal with whoever I have to, but... Oh, jeez. Okay. That was close. Oof. Yikes, okay. Let's deal with these guys, get them out of the way. Ah, shoot. Probably gonna lose a Death Defiance here, but hopefully it's the only... Hopefully I don't lose entirely. Yep, shoot. If I can just get rid of Heracles... Oh, okay, that was bad. That was bad. Got him. Okay, now maybe I can deal with Prometheus. Jeez. Well, my attack speed's a little bit insane. Okay, bottom, middle, bottom, top, middle, bottom, middle, bottom, top, middle. That was a bit of an awkward combo. Oh, shoot. Did not realize I was that low on time. Come on. That's right, bring in your friends so that I can cut them up and get the extra plasma. Or not. Okay, this is bad, 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 this is bad. Shoot. I was too low on time. I had to be reckless. Ah, dang it. Okay, that didn't go the way I was hoping. But at least I got to try out how that combo worked. Yeah, okay. So... I don't like the changes to Grizzly Gain. Honestly. I would rather be able to rarefy and palm the chance of dropping plasma rather than the amount of magic it restores. I get why it's like that. It's a gain boon. The thing that should be the focus is the magic. But considering this is your most consistent and reliable source of plasma, I don't like the fact that you're stuck with just this chance and that's it. I preferred it the other way. I'm sure that there's a lot of balancing that's going into this, and there's probably more behind this than what I'm seeing right off the top here, but yeah, I liked having the ability to increase the chance. Now, 20% is still better than... I think that's as good as just a standard epic rarity Grizzly Gain previously. But not being able to put any way into increasing that outside of success rate... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. However, I do think that the changes to Profuse Bleeding are kind of nice. Because Coffin Nail and Cutting Edge builds, I found have been a little bit tricky to actually put together previously. Sword Ring was good with Winter Circle. Stabbing Rush was okay. And I do like the fact that Sword Ring got a damage buff, but once Winter Circle kind of got the change to where now it can't expire as quickly, that still makes this something that I'm less likely to go with now. But I was noticing that with Cut Above, it doesn't work quite as well as I'd like it to for Falling Blade builds, because from what I can tell, they don't stack. Like with Aspect of Pan, if you hit one enemy 5 times through a Mega Special, it doesn't create 5 Falling Blades, it creates 1. But from what I can tell with Profuse Bleeding, every time you grab Plasma or inflict wounds, it's going to create those Falling Blades. So this actually, I think, is probably going to be the more preferred method for doing Falling Blades builds now. Because, yeah, at the end there, we were, like, just surrounded by them. Would have helped if I'd actually set my Arcana and Fear before attempting that run, but no. I like this change. Not a huge fan of this change. But Sanguinary Saver, this change is really good. Yeah. As much as I love the bonus attack speed it gives for things like Aspect of Hell, the attack speed of the Plasma is enough. you don't need to double it with Sanguinary Saver, but being able to increase the damage inflicted with wounds, this has so much potential. This has so much potential. This will be good for Malinois Sister Blades, this will be good for Artemis Sister Blades, this will be good for Shiva, or any Black Coat build that focuses on Omega attacks. Yeah, I can see a lot of ways where this would have a lot of potential. Still think it would be better if the power was comparative to the amount of plasma you've accumulated, but just give it a higher bonus. But, you know, it's... I don't think this is the last we're going to see from this update. I have no doubt in my mind that Supergiant's going to be keeping an eye on how players react to these changes, how they interact with them, and what kind of builds get put together, and there's going to be tweaks and balances made. I'm sure they've done tons of testing themselves, but I have no doubt that they're not done. They're gonna do like just little screwdriver tweaks here and there. So yeah, I'm excited to see where they go from here. But this has been cool. This is a fun update, and I'm looking forward to trying out some pretty interesting and fun builds with this later on. Because this is going to change some of the builds that I've already done, though, on the series that I've been recording, I will likely have to go back and change some, especially Aspect of Hell on the surface. Sanguinary Saver won't work the same way anymore, so I'm probably going to have to redo that build. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to redo it yet, but I think that might actually be the only one that really gets a significant change. Maybe, like, yeah, you just gotta swap out a few extra boons here and there, and you're good. There may be some cast builds that make use of Winter Circle that I'll need to tweak as well. I think Cersei especially. I don't remember if I used Winter Circle in the Cersei run that I did recently. I don't actually know if that video's even come out yet. I don't think it has. I think that one comes out either tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, I did a Cersei run recently. I can't remember if I got Winter Circle or Supernova with it, though. I think it was Supernova. I don't think Winter Circle was a part of that build. So I don't think I'll need to re-record that one. But, yeah. I'll have to evaluate and see what that all looks like. But at any rate, I am out of time. I gotta get going here, so that's gonna do it for today. I love the fact that Supergiant is still pouring their time and effort into this game. They're not just content to be like, yep, we made a great game, we made our sales, we're done now, you guys have fun with it. It's like, no, we want to make it better. We want to make it great. We want to make this game as good as we possibly can. And they're taking player feedback. They're listening to their fan base. Like, that's so cool. I wish more companies could do what Supergiant have done with Hades and Hades 2. Like, this is... They're my favorite game developer. Honestly, they're my favorite studio. For a very good reason. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. So I appreciate all of you tuning in. And, yeah, excited to see where things go from here. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.